Shadow's here. My Shadow Man. Shadow my man. You want to get on there? Boy, see how cute you are. My sweet doggy you are. Oh, sweet boy, huh? He is a sweet boy. Look how cute you are. See, I'm cute. See, I'm a cutie. I know you are. Look at him. Isn't that cute? Yeah, cute. Oh, you like your ears rubbed, is what it is. Got lots of white hair, though. Get me all hairy. Get me all hairy. Got Spike down here. Spike's laying in the sun like an old man. Watch out, buddy. Watch out. He is just getting all over me. Hi, Tanya. Shadow wants some attention. Look at him. Shadow, stop it. He's pushing me. Stop it. Look at, he's a huge dog. Look at this. Look how big this dog is. He's using his body mass against me. Now stop it. He's using his body mass against me. Come on, go over. He just keeps getting between me and the camera. I'm on a roll today. I'm on a roll on something today, though. Stop. Okay, now stop. Enough. Thank you. If you can't see it, but his face keeps hitting my camera. He's like, no, not enough. I was gonna go in, do some things today, and then I left my keys in my pocket of my now stop. Gotta be firm. Stop. Use my mama voice. Stop. I mean it. I didn't even grab my good gimbal, but I got a new gimbal I got to figure out. Whoops. So today would probably be a good day for that, huh? No, I left my keys to my car in my pockets of my coat, and that is gone with Echo in the car. So I'm not going anywhere. So I thought I'd start talking because I got something on my mind. I put a post out on Facebook. Now, mind you, I can't get any attention on Facebook lately. I put something out, nobody listens, nobody responds, it seems like, right? I haven't been on Facebook in a really long time. So I just started putting my YouTube streams and stuff onto my Facebook page. Nobody got nothing to say, right? I put a post out there today. If you see my thumbnail, that's what it is, and the title of this. And oh my God, I had like 31 comments on Facebook within like an hour, and then I think I had 81 comments on Facebook at 3 hours or something like that. People got lots to say about that. I think I'm a proud American, and that I have no God needed. No God needed here. Not that you can't believe in God, but I pass. And it brought out a lot of people who really seriously believe that like this country can't be here. We have to all return to God, or this country is just going to, it's not going to be here anymore. And that I should just suck it up and live under Christian rule. And I did this. Okay, so I'm doing this live. If anybody wants to come up and talk with me, if you've got anything, any comments, anything you'd like to say for or against about this subject, though. It's a touchy subject. Before I get too into it, I'll let some people get on and stuff. But what, buddy? Come on now. I don't want you in my face. No. That Jack. Hi, Dee. And again, this is not a bashing of Christians, okay? This is not a bashing of Christians. It's just my belief that this is not that freedom of religion means that our country doesn't have to have one religion that's in control of it in order for it to be a successful country. I don't think any one religion is supposed to be in control of our country. I'm learning about this democracy and the Constitution. I still don't know a lot about it. And when I started doing my activism back home, because a lot of my views are more on the conservative side, right? At least they seem to be. The things I was speaking out seem to align with the conservatives back home. And because of that, I've heard a lot of shit. And I say shit in a nice way, but I've just heard all kinds of stuff, that people believe. And I've been trying to put it all together in my mind. Because the way that I hear it, a lot of people act like democracy is bad. We are a democracy, right? I mean, we're a constitutional democracy. How does that go? Article 6 specifies that no religious test shall be required as a qualification to any office. Okay, yeah. It's our right not to have religion pushed down our throats. Yes, Dee. But they can feel free to. I'm just going to call you L now, Starman. Is it Starman? See, I'd have to sit and look at it. So I'm just going to call you L. L, absolutely. That's how I feel. I'll fight, and maybe I have the term wrong, but anybody that wants to turn my country into a religious group, I'll fight you. I'll fight you. I'll go down swinging on that one, because I will not live under any religious rule. No church needed. We're a constitutional republic, but we're a democracy too. Is that right? See, I get everybody's coming in here telling me different shit. See, that's what it's confusing. One side tells me this is what democracy looks like. On the other side's like, no, we're a constitutional republic. I got two sides screaming. So I believe in the Constitution. Absolutely, yes. I believe in democracy. I think the majority should be the ones, the majority. The way I describe this is, if you are a politician, okay, and you are supposed to be doing what the majority of your constituents want, right? You talk to your constituents, you say, what do you guys want me to do about this bill? And if 70% of your constituents want you to shut that bill down, you go back and you shut the bill down if you can, right? You try to take what the majority, not what your beliefs are or what the church told you to say or anything like that. You try to just take back the majority. To me, that's democracy. So what's wrong with that? I don't see anything wrong with that. Nathan, we are a constitutional republic, but it's also a democracy because our elections are democratic. That's what I thought. I'm not well versed on how to say things the correct way. It's not about one religion as much as it is about one God. I saw that before you retracted it. Mob rule. Yeah. See, that keeps getting thrown out as if, again, it's this horrid bad thing. I would assume mob rule would be bad. That, to me, mob rule would be when the majority oppress the minority. I think that's when we have problems, is when majorities oppress minorities. And I don't mean color-wise. I just mean simply put in any way. The majority may be able to make up the rules somewhat, but they should not do it at the expense of the minority. Does that make sense to you guys? That's how I feel about it. Maybe that's the problem with our country. We can't figure out what we are, huh? Everybody keeps retracting their messages. What the hell? got to say something. Come on. I got to say, I do believe in democracy as far as, is whichever party is in power gets to rule because there's more of them. Yeah, that's democracy with the two party. I don't like this whole two party thing where whoever's in control makes the rules for that party, like this party line shit. I guess I'm talking like democracy as in what the majority of Americans want for our country is what we should do, right? So instead of what one party wants us to do or the other party wants us to do, and then they get in power and they just slam us all with it, why don't we figure out what the majority of us want? It doesn't matter which party you're in. It shouldn't. Let's find out what the majority of us want. Oops. I thought that's what America was supposed to be about. I thought America was supposed to be about we all come together. We don't have the church telling us, what to do. We're free men, women, and we're to come here. And in order to live with our freedom, we have to give up some things. But we try to be as free as we can to let everybody be themselves. Okay, so democracy allows the government in a constitution, like the people rule by what the Constitution says, not the government. I see what you're saying. Okay, so going by democracy is whichever party is in power gets to rule. I don't like that. I do not like that. Whichever party's in there, we just got to suck it up and go by whatever, because they've been both. Let's admit it. Both parties have sold out to their constituents a long time ago. Neither party represents very well, and they go in and they do a mob rule. You're right. When they get in the power, they get whichever party gets in the power. They mob rule all of us, and I don't like it. I guess that's what I'm talking about. The form of democracy that I see is where the people of the United States, so like I was saying before, where the politicians listen to, instead of listening to their party, they listen to what the constituents actually want, and it would be the democracy part would be the majority of the people. The people rule by what the Constitution. See, I do believe in the Constitution too. That's why I was saying I don't know how to put it in the right terms. I think the Constitution is very important. I agree, because who wants our government ever to rule us? Slug bug love. If you give up some things, then you are not free. Then none of us are free. You're never truly free. You're right. You're never truly free. Nobody is. And you have to give up some things to live in a society, to get along with other people. So if you want to live out in the wilderness somewhere and literally not ever see people, have at it. You can live however you want. But when you come together as a society, you have to give up a little bit of stuff, things that you do when you live in a city. You can't just make noise whenever you want to make noise. You have to give up some freedoms. Come on now. Actually, what they were trying to push was one religion, but it's not the creator God. Tanya, because I remember from some stuff I read, I don't know if it's true, that our founders were more about not the God of the Bible, but although a lot of them did subscribe to Christianity, they were Christians, and so they probably meant that. But when they were like, and I don't know, but other people say that God wasn't even in there, but that whole freedom of religion was that that or the reason that they put God in was because it was talking about like a higher power God, a creator, not like the God of necessarily one religion or one Bible or. And they do what they want. Yes. Democracy is how we elect our politicians. That's what you. Oh, yeah, I like that, Nathan. Okay, democracy is how we elect our politicians because it makes sense to me to. Okay, the Constitution lays out our rights and what our elected officials can and cannot do. I like that. Okay, so that makes sense to me, Nathan. Okay. Those that give up freedom for safety deserve neither. Yeah, see, I subscribe to that in a way, but hold on a second. I'm just getting this. Really think it through. You're not free. Like you can't just go do whatever the hell you want when you have other people around. If you're in the middle of the wilderness, you can just take all your clothes off, jump into the river, bathe there in the river, right? You can't do that when you got people next door to you with kids. You can't just jump out in your backyard naked and take a bath, right? I mean, like, there's just common sense shit that you have to. You give up freedom just to be around people. It's when it's taken to extremes like that, though. We're all slowly giving up our rights, of course. There's certain rights I won't give up. We let people take away our rights. Now, Slugbug, you're right about to the fact that we've gotten pretty bad to where we just let people take away our rights. There's some rights you just don't have to give up. I think if you're not hurting anybody, it's nobody's business what you're doing. We have definitely gotten a little too heavy-handed. Our federal government has gotten a little too heavy-handed. But I want to get back to the title, and the reason for this is about that this is not, America is not a religion. And those of us who are not Christians, we have the same voice as everybody else. I have grown up in the extreme Christian world, and I've lived under extreme Christian rule, and I would never go back to that. You couldn't pay me $1 million to go back to my teenage years. There's a good reason for it. It has to do with that, the Christian rule, where you had no say and you had to live by what these people ruled you, who you could talk to, no, I refuse to live under that ever, especially under my country. I agree with you on that, Slugbug. There have to be some laws, but you should never give up your freedoms. Your freedoms are given by your creator, whoever you think they are. Yes. See, that is absolutely true. I'm fully aware of my rights. I may not know who gave them to me. I don't know who my creator actually is, but I believe in my rights. I believe I have the right to live this life the way I want to live it because it's my life. They're speaking of a higher power. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. You come together for the common good. Yeah. And you know what? There was a really powerful thing. I've experienced a lot of different Christians too, and I will say there is a power that I've seen when Christian people, I see these as true Christian people who can put aside church affiliation and religious affiliation and come together in the power of their God. And I've seen some miracle. I've had a miracle happen to me through that. Now, I don't know what caused it. I can't explain it, but there is power in that. We have never been free. And you're freer today than third grade? Yes, you are. I bet you were 50 years ago. I'm freer than I was in third grade. See, that's why I don't get pissed off about the God stuff, Tanya. A lot of people get mad because in God we trust and stuff like that. I don't get upset if somebody wants to say a prayer, that is a politician or something. I don't get upset at that kind of stuff. Because I just put it in as God the creator. Whether they mean it as their God or not, I see it as God the creator. Okay, yeah, the one true God people are the ones that don't get it. There are many kinds of religion, and if we give people freedom of religion, yeah, see, that's the thing. You have to include it. When there's freedom, it reminds me of parents. So, okay, so I'm talking about the extremer people, okay? um, it reminds me of parents who tell a kid, and I've done this. I'll let you decide, son. I'll let you decide whether you do the right thing or the wrong thing. And they say, okay. And they say, I want to do the wrong thing. And you say, well, no, 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 no. You can only do it if you do the right thing. The thing I wanted you to do. It's that they don't include anybody else in their freedom. It's only freedom for me, but not for thee. That freedom for me, but not for these mentality. Um, and I saw it with that. We the people. We the people does not mean conservative right. We the people means everybody. It means everybody. It means left, right, middle, Christian, Muslim, non-Christian, atheist. It means everybody, black, white, brown, tan, pink. It includes everybody. Okay. All of America is about all of us being included and having the same voice. So to me, I see this country, our country, as it used to be majority Christianity. Okay, and I use that in very loosely. Christianity as a broad term. It encompasses all the different religions that fight over who's really the Christians, but Christianity ruled supreme because majority of people were Christians and they believed in the Bible and everything. And so they just willingly followed along with whatever was going on. And there were people who changed it. Changed a lot of stuff. We got rid of slavery, we got women's rights. There's a lot of stuff that has changed, right? I see our country now at a tipping point where most people, I shouldn't say most people, the majority is being challenged. Most people are not Christian anymore. They may subscribe a little to Christianity, but they're not the solid conservative Christians, if that makes sense. They're not the conservative Christians. So it's still Christianity, even, but it's not even Christianity isn't the same anymore. So if that's true, which I believe it is, then we are going to have to figure out in this country, we're having kind of like a little religious growing pains because that very conservative Christian is losing its grip on the rules, and I think we're getting the kickback of it. That's just my thoughts on that. I'm going to look at your thoughts. There's no official religion or language in America. Nathan, come on, English, dude. We all got taught English. How can you say that is not the language? I'm just curious because like that was the language I learned. I thought that was the language. I thought we really did have a language, English. Religion, what sex you prefer, the sex view. You do you, boo. Yep. Exactly, slug bug. Slug bug. I'm going to say it wrong. Yes, exactly. I agree. You do you, I do me. As long as we don't hurt each other, happy we will be. Yeah, that's it. You do you, I'll do me. As long as we don't hurt each other, happy we will be. Well, I know we have a lot of different languages that are spoken here, Nathan, but we do have a national language, is what I was trying to say. Is if you said what is the language of the country, I mean, I thought if you looked it up, it would say English. They speak English there. That is the main language there. So maybe I'm just talking main language. We have a secular government. Okay, here we go. Telescopes in here. We have a secular government. Plus, it's strange how many people. I know, dude. Telescope. It goes to that rules for me, but not for thee. And it seems the people who are getting very upset that their rules, their rights are being tromped on, that they're the ones that are tromping on other people's rights so willingly. Though I'm learning that. That's what I was trying to say a minute ago. Is we the people. I used to even subscribe to that too. When I first started shouting, "We the people, listen to we the people," what I meant was, listen to me. Listen to me. Listen to what I want. Do what I want. That was at the beginning. I'm really learning that most people, that's what they mean by we the people. We the people doesn't mean me. It means we. It's not me. It's we. The founders were predominantly Christian. Well, yeah, but that's so changing. I see it now. I hear Christians. Okay, so when I was at that drag show, what was it? No, not it was a drag bingo protest. I heard people say, because it was at a church, and they were like, "That's not a church." And I'm thinking, well, who are you to say what a church is? Who determines what a church is? Is church only conservative Christians, and the other ones aren't churches? I mean, it's getting ridiculous. Many of the founders were deists. I heard that, Telescope. I had read something. I can't remember the name of the book. I didn't read it all. I started reading it, and it was about like the founding father time and what they all meant, and that they weren't all Christians, and that they actually meant it as the God the Creator, not God as in the Christian Bible God. Rules for Wizzy, but not yes, Ivan, yes, yes, Wizzy is one of those. Yes, yep, Wizzy and Jeff. You treat me right, but I treat you like shit. You know, I'll stomp on you. I won't let you speak. But yeah, those people drive you nuts. Hi, James. No, we're talking big talk here. Oh yeah, you're right, Nathan. I don't remember that him ever being in there. Oh, okay. It's our common language. Okay, okay, that's okay. Not our official. I didn't know that. That's what I'm trying to say. I have so many people who tell me, and they mean this in all seriousness, that our country cannot survive without God, and that I have no morals without God. Where do you get your morals if you don't have the Bible? That's what they tell me. That thinking. The rest of us are all listening to the father of lies. We have no truth in us. And our country can't survive without the Christian God. Well, to me, the non Christian, I think the country will do just fine. Whether Christians are in, the majority or not. I don't I've met plenty of people who are non-Christian now who are just as moral as, if not more moral than Christians that I know. The Christians that are trying to push the Christianity. Slug bug. I got a funny story. You said English is used all around the world, unlike other languages. Funny story. Go to Germany. I went into a bank looking for a bathroom. They didn't know English there. At least they said they didn't. I was trying to think of every word I could think of for toilet, bathroom, pee pee dance, just to get somebody to let me know where the toilet was. Oh, you don't have to shut up. I think that was funny though. It's like that language barrier is always a problem in it. Yeah, listen to me, listen to me. What I want. And then I realized I'm not really wanting what everybody wants, right? I just want what I want. I just want my way. And that's where my thinking has expanded. Uh, as I, in this short time, in this last 6 months especially, my thinking and my mind has realized that we the people, man, it's not just one group, it's not one political party, it's not one religion, it's not one gender, it's not anything, it's not a color. And that's the beauty of our country, and I will fight to keep that. I will fight to get it, I will fight to keep it, um, at least the closest possible as we can get to a society. I know there's no utopia, but a society where we're not ruled by those things. It's all of us. That's actually, I would rather live without getting my own way politically if it's done correctly. So if the majority decided that they wanted something that I didn't want, I'd learn to live with it, right? I tried to change it if I didn't like it in the right ways. Okay, yeah, we can talk about it on Doofus. Sounds good. I'm sure we'll have lots of shit to talk about on Doofus. Symbols on the US dollar. That will tell you everything you need to know about the forefathers. Oh, I keep seeing all that Mason symbols and all these symbols everywhere. I know Aunt is real big on the symbols and stuff. I don't know a lot about symbols. Um, I used to be a Christian. That's what I mean. I want people to know. This isn't hating on the Christians or at all. I used to be a Christian, and I used to be in that world. I was raised in that world, and for me, I don't want to be ruled because let me tell you what. You think the Muslims will kill a gay person? So will the Christians. These extreme, they believe about homosexuality. What do you think they think about women's rights? You know, I don't want to go back and be under that rule again. I've lived under that rule before. I refuse. Now, if somebody else wants to live that way, God bless them. Have fun, you know. But you do you, boo. But um, I won't live under what do you call it? Christian nationalism? Is that what Christian nationalism is? They didn't let you do all of that. I think that's what everybody's been. I keep hearing this shouting about Christian nationalism. To me, is that what that is? Christian nationalism, Christo fascism, fascism. I, whatever you want to call it, I won't live under it. I will not live under a church rule. Everything you ever learned in the church, yeah. I think it comes from the more legalistic people who people forget that religion is a personal thing. It's a personal thing between you and your creator, whoever that is that you decide that it is. I don't know who created me, honestly, but everybody has the right to decide that for themselves and live the way that they want to live. I mean, if you believe in God, I'm amazed at how many people believe in God and then they don't even live by their own God's rules, but they want to push them on other people. That's the one that always gets me. If the bathrooms, yeah. If you want if you want people to live so much under a rule, why don't you live by it first? That would be my thoughts. That's why it always bugs me when I see that hypocrisy, when you see Christians that preach about how wonderful they are and they preach about God and stuff, and then they go and they do bad things, and their excuse is, well, you did it to me first, or just shit like that. It's like, wouldn't it be beautiful if people actually live their beliefs? The hypocrisy, yes. Spike, he's ignoring you. Oh, okay, here, let me. Okay. Oh, okay, let me put him in. Come on, buddy. Come on. Let's say. Come on, buddy. Let's say. Come on. He's like, I'm in the sun. I left my keys in your pocket in your car. My coat. I was gonna go into town. Evolution. Oh, I don't believe in evolution either. That's another story for another day, right? Let's see. You should look at. Let's see. Evolution. Where is it? Oh, we got DOA in here. Hey. I don't think Telescope's in here anymore. He might be. Hey. Telescope, if you said something about eating DOA's cat, shame on you, because I'm serious now about this. Nobody should have been talking about that. Eating his cat. I do think that's shitty. Everybody has their little thing. And yeah, nobody should have been doing that. Jefferson. It only contains everything. 50 pages. Oh. That's a good question too for today, Nathan, is what would Jesus do? I think about that because I know my Bible and I was raised in Christianity, and I don't think Jesus would be very happy with the way we're all treating each other right now. That's just my own personal opinion. Yeah, Vaughn survived Wizzy last night. We found a new villain, Jeff. Oh, yes, I did, Dr. Justice for All. I did. There's another prime example of what I'm talking about, right? Jesus would not support pedos. Jesus wouldn't be happy with the way any of us are behaving in the streets. Honestly, Jesus, come on, we're talking about Jesus. Jesus would not be happy. Jesus came with love. It's not that he hid the truth, but Jesus loved one another for real. None of us could ever be, I think, up to that standard, although I think we should try. But yes, Oreo. Yes, I saw him push somebody. He is the exact opposite of what he says he is. I don't think Jeff is in here. Okay, anybody who has been talking about eating DOA's cat, you can have it out with him in the chat. Do not do it. I am against it. Do not do it. I think it's a shitty ass thing to do, to act like you're eating somebody's cat, to act like you're going to rape somebody's fucking mother. Okay? Rape people's sisters, all this stupid or daughters. Come on now. At what point do we stop this madness? It's all stupidness, and we need to stop that part. Nobody's going to be going and doing it, but why are you even talking about it? Oreo is way worse behaved in the farmer's market. He filmed on his. Oh, I haven't been watching him, Dr. Justice for All. I was actually watching Bao, BAO. I just kind of check in there every once in a while when I just want to kind of chill out. And there was Taco Joe and Cookie. And they were sitting there talking about what was it? It was a protest for, I don't even know what the protest was. Yeah, poor Vaughn. She has been. Last night? Were they doing that last night? I only watched a little bit last night when Vaughn was on. I fell asleep. I have not watched Oreo either. Nope. 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 Since he left, he doesn't even have really anything to do. Like, he doesn't do 1776 stuff anymore. So what's the point, right? He's over in Cali. So for me, I have nothing to do with him. But I did see him, and he pushed somebody. Okay, I think it got erased. But I was watching Bayo, and he was restreaming, I think, Taco Joe, and they were inside a Walgreens protesting inside the Walgreens with bullhorns. And of course, Oreo's with his thing, trying to get best shots and stuff. Well, the other side was in front of him in the aisle, and he went like that, and just, it wasn't like a big assault or anything, but he pushed somebody on the shoulder to get him moving. You're not supposed to do that. Then later, him and Joe, a couple girls got into it, got physical and stuff, and him and Joe were over there. Now here's the rules for me, but not for thee kind of thing. Him and Joe are over there. They're gonna get the police report numbers and everything because it's not right that the police let that girl go and blah blah blah. Really? If we want to start pressing charges and everything, how about Oreo? Where's the justice? Where's all this justice for when Oreo pushed that guy, right? Mm-hmm. Rules for me, but not for thee. Is that right? Rules for thee, but not for me. Rules for thee, but not for me. Mm-hmm. Vaughn, we love you. Vaughn, girl, we get beat up. That's part of being an activist, girl. That's what some of these activists don't understand. And I've been trying to tell all of you, everyone, both sides, it don't matter who you are. If you were going to be an activist, you got to pull them britches up real big and tight, because you're going to get beat up and beat on, up and down. People are going to say horrible things about you. And I mean, like, verbally, not physically, but people are going to say horrible, that you're going to be betrayed by people. The people that you care about are going to turn on you and say mean things about you. That shit just fucking happens in life. And the thing is just keep going and rolling with it and not let them knock you down. Just take your time, go back, do what you got to do for you to regroup yourself, and then just keep on pumping, man. That's my advice to everybody. You watch his chatters? Yeah. I go into a lot of people's chats. They don't even know. I've been going to people's chats for so long, and they don't even know that I'm there, because I don't say a damn thing. I just watch to see what people are saying. Well, I'll tell you what, DOA, you are here. You are in Texas, right? Come on down and have a combo. You are so full of telling everybody who they can and can't talk to. See, that's the thing. Ain't nobody control this. I can talk to whoever I want to talk to. I made it very fucking clear. And then you come on here on mine, I'm not going to play these games with you. And you're actually losing a lot of people who really care about you, because you are trying to control who they talk to, who they don't talk to. That's part of activism, buddy. How much shit do you think I get for having had any affiliation with somebody that stomped Ashley Babbitt's flowers and all that shit from some of the people that support me? Roll with it, boo. I have beefs with all kinds of people. I have people who have pissed me off, people that said shitty ass things about me, worse than eating my fucking dog. And you know what? Sometimes you got to roll with it. There's people I want apologies from, but I'm not going to go into everybody's fucking chats and make a big stink about it. And I'm not going to cause all the unnecessary drama, unnecessary public drama, because I'm too afraid to talk to people. The Telescope does have a very diverse chat. He never kicks anyone out. If you have a beef with fucking Telescope, go tell him. I just said if Telescope did something wrong, I call him out. Me and Telescope don't agree on a lot of shit. We just have the ability to speak to each other. I don't sit and fucking watch Telescope all the time. No, Nathan, I don't tell anybody who to talk to. Like, I've had problems. I had a problem with Rooster and what she did. And people were like, oh, no, I can't go to. I love both of you. I said, then love both of us. Love us both. That's America. That's what I'm talking about. America. We're allowed to talk to who we want, right? Basic. I worked with somebody called Anarchy Princess, if we remember that right. Do you think I agreed with everything she did and said? Do you think that maybe I thought that even the way that she treated me was wrong? Possibly. But I didn't go and make big stinks and nobody gets to talk to nobody. And no, y'all can talk to whoever the fuck you want. If I see you over in certain chats saying certain shit, I will call you out on it if I see it here. I will. I'll call it out. But if everybody was so oh, here we go. What was it? Not to associate with a pedophile? Oh, okay. So I can't tell people that putting a pedophile in with children is wrong. And I can't try to keep pedophiles out. Should I not keep Nazis out of protests? Should I, if I was at a protest, should I just stand next to a Nazi? No, I would call them out. Absolutely. I would also have a conversation with a Nazi. Ooh. See, that would probably bother you. I would have a conversation with all kinds of people. I thought that was kind of what America was about. Now, somebody who is a danger that rapes children, I'm against that. I'm an activist against that. Yeah, go into his chat. Give him hell. He's the one that said it, not me. I don't know what you want from me. Yes, we all need to be talking, Nathan. I go into Telescope's chat sometimes, and they give me fucking shit. You want to see somebody that doesn't like me? Look at Al Munson. They say all kinds of nasty shit and lies about me. I just ignore it. It's not an echo chamber, right? Yep, you're right, Elle. What happens is you get an echo chamber when you don't let people in who disagree with you or that piss you off. Now, I went back. It's just the way I run my channel. It's the way I decided to do it. It's how I do my activism. Is I do talk to people from a lot of different that I don't always agree with, and so that's a part of what I need to do. I think as a society, we have to be able to start talking. Now, would I sit and I would do an interview with somebody who was a pedophile. I would do an interview with them. Would I sit and associate with them? No. Then don't associate with anybody that associates with Telescope. That is your choice. That's up to you, boo. You do you. You're going to find yourself in a really fucking lonely world, though. If every time you go around, you want to tell everybody who they can talk to and who can be. Ask Eddie what. Eddie has talked to Telescope. Yeah. Bandit shows no remorse for his action. Yeah. Somebody who is actively a danger to children, I don't associate with them. And I call out people that associate with them. You want to call me out? You call me out. And here's my response. Oh yeah, Nurse D, me and Telly don't agree on a lot of shit. But if I just got mad at Telly because he said something about DOA's cat, seriously, I should not talk to Telescope because he said something about eating DOA's cat. And somehow that is the same as not associating with pedophiles. At what point are we going to pull our big boy and girl panties up? I know, El. There are a lot of supporters all over, and that's the thing. I don't know why anybody wants to. I don't want to. I don't want a fucking echo chamber. I was looking at my channel. I was watching my channel, and I was way too fucking comfortable in there. I got too comfortable in my own channel because I didn't have anybody ever kicking back at me and poking at me and telling me maybe I was wrong about something. And so I went into my channel, and this is what's got everybody all pissed off at me. I went into my channel and I unblocked everybody. And I said, okay, you get one more chance. Everybody. Cookie's unblocked. Wizzy got unblocked. Everybody got unblocked. And I said, I'm giving you one more fucking chance. Use your freedom of speech wisely and use your chance wisely. And there were some people that came in, and man, if they come in and just starting to try shit, trolling or whatever, then you're fucking gone. I got nothing for you. There's a few people that I have blocked. It's probably under a dozen. And I just don't have a lot of problems because there's just no place for the trolling. We just want to really talk. I let DOA kind of troll me a little bit here by coming into my chat and trolling my chat. But it's because, damn it, it's got to be talked about eventually here. Oh, Eddie, are you going after my doofus? You don't talk to Teledope? Well, you don't have to talk to Teledope. But you shouldn't make it so that I can't talk to Teledope. See, I can call him Teledope. He calls himself fucking all these names. I don't know. Y'all act like I'm best friends with Telescope or something. I am not best friends with Telescope. I just have the ability to speak with Telescope. And Scotty is an awesome guy. I know. Scotty, we love you. Dude, we fucking love you. We love you, dude. There's a lot of us. We love you. We support you. We support what you're doing. But you are pushing us all away by going crazy with this. You can't talk to so-and-so. You can't talk to so-and-so. Do you want me to start controlling who you talk to? Does everybody want me controlling who you talk to? No, you don't. No, some people can't be helped with talking. I know. I still love you, Scotty, man. Peace, man. I love you. I wish you weren't so upset. Taking this, you've started to take some shit to heart, man, a little too much. And I get being upset about something. I get my own shit that I'm upset about. Like I'll point out that rooster thing. That's one that got me, and I'm like, I want an apology, but I don't talk to Rooster because of it. Myself, that's me. But y'all can talk to whoever you want. Y'all watch Rooster. I don't care. That's my own personal shit that I'm not gonna put on everybody else. Yeah, manipulation, I don't either. See, and then I will call out people like Chilled, because I done seen you in the Reds chat, so go fuck yourself. See, I can call you out. I've seen the shit you've said. I've seen saying the shit you said. So then you want to say, how can you support someone that tells a mother her daughter's worm food is beyond me? Because her mother's a piece of shit, and because she got shot while doing the crime. And so if they want to say that, they can. Me too, Nathan. I don't like fighting with people. I like having conversation. That's why I talk to Telescope. Telescope has different ideas than me, but I still agree with him on some stuff. There's some stuff that I agree with. I am not. You're talking to a unicorn. I don't think any of us fit into these damn labels they keep trying to put on us. She was cremated, I know. She's not even really in the ground. No, now don't you suck up to me, Dr. Justice. No, I'm just kidding. You know, I mean, like, we all go along to get along sometimes. We talk to people that maybe, and I'm not talking about Telescope, but I mean, like, in life in general, we all talk to people. You couldn't be an activist, I would think, if you truly want to do it for we the people, without talking to people that you may not agree with. Oh, I chilled. I've just watched. I'm not even gonna go into details and all this shit. I've seen you. I've seen you around. That's why I just don't give much credit to your voice. Yep. Some of them did, Stone Cold. There's some people who did some really bad things, and they are finding out that there's consequences to that. Water. Yeah, you can't have. Watch out, buddy. Come on. You don't always have to like each other either. You don't have to like each other. You don't have to agree with each other. And when someone does something wrong, you just call them out. That's all you can do. Call them out. Say, I don't like what you did. And baby girl, what you doing? Sorry, my thing keeps it. Oh, I'm getting kisses. I'm getting kisses. Girl, yes, I'm getting kisses. Oh, Twinish. So ain't putting no labels on us, huh, Cocoa Bean? So you're not putting no labels on us. Ugh, she got chin up. Oh, chilled. Okay, so give me a break. It is still a disgusting thing to say to a mother. It is not a nice thing to say. Absolutely. A lot of not nice things have been said. Myself, I've said a lot of not nice things. Absolutely. Yep. During all this, a lot of us have said some really not nice things. Abso-fucking-lutely. It's not a nice thing to say. Not a nice thing to say, is it? Doesn't mean somebody doesn't have the right to say it, though. I don't think it's very nice of Mickey to sit over there and talk about eating Aunt's cat and going Wanda. Why is Mickey yelling DOA's mom's name out? Because she's a fucking fake Christian. She's a fucking fake Christian. She's a Jalen. Woo, you do it to me, I get to do it to you. No, that's not Christian. That's not Christian. Do unto others as you'd have others do unto you. Follow the rules even when you don't like the way other people are treating you. You still have to be a good person. You don't get to just be mean. That's what your Bible says. That's what you tell us. So live it. Live it. If you're going to preach it, you better fucking live it. Exactly, Dr. Justice Frog. It wasn't like anybody just came up to some poor grieving mother, some poor, horrible grieving mother, and they just started screaming horrible obscenities at her. No, that is not what happened. Not at all. And look at Mickey. See, I do believe that sometimes I'm not a Christian, and I do believe that sometimes saying mean things is okay. You have the right to do it, man. It doesn't mean it'll work out for you. People usually are mean back. But that whole J6 thing is another example of those people who are fighting for their freedoms, but not your freedoms. They would willingly take your freedoms away, but they want theirs. You see those people at that vigil, at the J6 vigil? It's all about them. Yes, Sterling, I keep saying that, and nobody wants to. They keep saying that God didn't create evil. God did create evil. God created everything. So if God created everything, he created the bad. Nobody wants to acknowledge that. In the language they understand. That makes no sense, Faye Ellen. I know who you are too. Oh, is it? Okay, I didn't know that. I haven't been keeping up Freedom Fighter really. I've been busy with other shit. Talk like a thug to a thug, exactly. How do you make a choice if it doesn't exist, Faye? Are you telling me evil has just always existed and God can't overcome evil? God created good and evil. He created everything. Duh. God, he created hell. God created hell. And I do know my Bible. There's an awful lot of people that are supposed activists and stuff that are just a little too sensitive to be in this business. I don't know what to call it. Who created Satan? Satan didn't create evil. Satan didn't create evil. Satan is not God. Satan is not a creator. No. No. God even created the tree of good and evil. No, they're good and evil. And you get to choose. Are you saying God can't control evil? He didn't make it? That's just kind of stupid. God made the devil, for God's sakes. God made the devil. So if devil made evil, God made evil. He made the devil. An all-knowing God knew when he made the devil, he would make evil, right? Yep, Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden. Good and evil. You got a choice. I really don't need his help, Faye. I'm really better off without God. Thank you. Exactly, Al. We don't have to live by that. Yes, it hurt my ears for a long time. My ears are still like kind of fucked up from that. My ears hurt so bad from that, you guys, like for days. My ears, I couldn't hear anything. They were ringing constantly. Yeah, that's a good question. Do you think Oreo is evil? Everything was created. According to the Bible, everything was created by God. How do you say that God didn't create everything? That God created everything, light, dark, and then say, but God didn't create evil. Oh, Oreo is one of those worst Christians. He is one of the worst. Satan is the true symbol of free will. Okay, so that's interesting because that's what I've been trying to tell people. They want I met an atheist guy back a while back through Facebook. And total opposites. But I started talking to him as a Christian. I was a Christian then, and I started talking to him. And I said, hey, I just want to Facebook friend you. I'm not trying to convert you or any of this. I just really want to see what you think. You're interesting to me. And we started I started we became Facebook friends and stuff. And through him, I met some Satanists or whatever you would call them. And they laugh that people think that they're like goat-headed, killing animals in the woods, chanting and stuff, because their thing is the no rules, no good, no evil, from what I can understand. So more of a free willish, that there is no good, no evil. Now, I don't subscribe to that, but to me, that is what I took away from it. I could be wrong. Ellie just said that Mon pays and, so he will allow her in chat. Oh, that's such bullshit. You can't make it up, Sandy. Yeah, it's the yin and yang. Dr. Justice, that's what I'm talking about. See? I'm not evil. I am a lifelong Catholic and go to church every Sunday. Try again. See? But to them, you had to say that. Because in their minds, you are evil if you are not a Christian. I'm talking about the extremes. The extreme conservative Christian. You are evil. Your father is the devil. So you have to tell them, I'm not evil. I'm a Christian too. They still think you're evil because your God is not the God of their God. You don't know it. You ain't got it right. See? Catholics are ashamed of you. See? like y'all fucking people saying that's not a church. Why? Because they don't have what you believe inside. They're not preaching your version of Christianity or whatever. So it's not a church. It is stupid, Sandy. Sandy, comment of the day. It's just so stupid. You got it right, lady. Okay, American girl, that's okay. Go in peace. Go in peace, my friend. Yeah. Hi, Wendy. Judge not lest you be judged. I wish that most Christians would really understand. I will say this. Jesus, if they would follow what Jesus, the way that he showed to love people and how to witness to people, he wasn't a battering ram. He wasn't a battering ram with the non-believers. Jesus sat and ate. He ate a meal. That doesn't mean he just sat there and preached while he ate. Jesus loved people where they were. He sat with the tax collectors. He sat with the prostitutes. Jesus loved the unlovable, the people with leprosy. And it wasn't that Jesus didn't share his good message. It was that he knew how to share his good message. Jesus just knew. The Jesus of the Bible knew that you don't batter people over the head. You come and you make relationship. You serve. Jesus served. Jesus fed people. Jesus raised the dead. Jesus did miracles. Jesus went and washed. He went out and served these people. He loved them where they were. And to me, that's the example that Christians need to learn, is live your life so well with your Christianity. Be such a good Christian that I, as the non-believer, will look at you and say, you got something I want. Why are you such a peaceful person? Why are you not fearful? What is it that you have? What is that light inside of you? Why do you have such joy? What do you have? Because I want it too. But I don't see that. Most Christians want to go out and tell everybody else how to live and come to God, but they're so miserable. Why would I want what you have? I don't. I got out of that. And I'm happier for it. Give me something that you got that I can't do myself. Equality is not mentioned in any religion, much less equity. I'm not about equity, but equality. Well, I don't know about that one, Eddie. About whether equality is mentioned in any religion. I thought. I have to think on that one, Eddie. What do y'all think? Is equality mentioned in the Bible? I thought that's what we base our equality on, is that all men are equal in the eyes of God. I don't know where it came from, though. That's one thing I don't know. Oh, Jesus, Nathan, that's the truth. See, that was the thing that I had the hitting point on when I left Christianity. It was because it was the all that shaming and living up to the Bible. I went and I had to decide for myself what was right and wrong. I had to decide for myself, what do you really believe and why do you believe it? I had to use reasoning. And I really do believe the same. I found that I believed the same as I did before on a lot of issues. The thing I couldn't do was the gay thing. I couldn't find anybody who could tell me why gay was wrong other than because the Bible said so. I put it out there many times on Facebook to the conservative Christian world. Why is gay wrong? And you can't say the Bible or God. And I can't get any answer. But that's what they get stuck on. They get very stuck on that gay thing. Gay seems to be, I've actually had somebody come up to me and tell me that gays are the reason that everything bad is happening in this world right now. And that's the scary part, is these people that want to rule this world, they would have gays. You talk about back in the closet, the gays would kill, the Christians would kill us too. The Christians used to kill gay people here in America. Look up the penalty for sodomy. Look up the penalty for sodomy in America. Not today. Not today. Oh, hey, that's a good question. Let me see. Oops, I got to get my thing. There was a decent question on there. Maybe I have to read the rest of it. Spike. The spike balloon. Are we going to go down a rabbit hole, or we got something good there? Let's look at it. Let me get my charger. Oh, you crying because you want that? Now you want to go inside. Now you want to go inside. You didn't want to go inside. Yeah, I'm going to have to take this inside. I'm going to have to charge up I'm going to have to go get my phone charger. Mhm. Let me see your question. What does Spike have to believe? I asked someone that question about my cat way back when. Just curious, because I'm not. What does Spike have? Spike, see, Spike doesn't have to. It doesn't matter what Spike believes in. Not that he can, because he doesn't really reason. But it don't matter what the dog believes in. It's still here. It's still doing everything it's gonna do, right? Um, I guess it doesn't matter what you believe. Your life is still the same, right? Oh, that door's locked. Oh, he left. Oh, that's why. Okay, I gotta go in the other door. Ooh. Yeah, the homosexual thing really is a sticking point for the people who are that I'm talking about. The very, very, very strict conservative. Oh no, he's not. Okay. That want that want us all to live that way. They're the ones that I'm talking about. I gotta get this charged. Ow! Whoops! I thought you left. Get my charger. Sure. I get my charger. Hi, buddy. All right, mommy's got to find her charger. Oh, it's in my coat. Damn it! I might just come inside. I come in. I wish you for a little bit. Plug in my phone. I left my charger out in the car. Get back. No, you're not allowed out. I'm gonna go charge this up inside. Watch out, sweetie. Get back. I don't want my phone to die, then it'll mess up my thing. Turn that down. Turn down the TV a little. There we go. I gotta get my charger in. There we go. I realize this is a sensitive subject, and because of there's people who have Christian beliefs, and I don't want to bash them. I don't want to bash anybody's Christian beliefs. I really don't. I'm not trying to make this a war on Christianity. I want to make that very clear. It's not about bashing Christianity. It's this extreme that I have been dealing with, and that seems to be causing some troubles that I see in our country. So I just want to make that clear. Yeah, the Bible has. Okay, so like, yeah, there's just so many versions. The Bible, there's the New Test, what not New Testament, the new there's a bunch of different versions. I'm trying to remember now which versions we had. The King James, the new something. But yeah, there's different versions. Some people believe you have to do this version, that version. Then there's the original interpretation from the Hebrew and all that. It's hi, baby. Is there a flood story? You know what? I've heard that there because that's my thing is every religion thinks that their way was right. So like I look back at the Egyptians and I see how they would do all these things. They believed in mummification because of the afterlife and all that stuff. It's interesting, but I just can't imagine living in it, because I think, well, they really believed all this stuff. and they really live that way. And even when I was a Christian, it kind of made me wonder, oh, I hope I'm not, am I the same way? Like, just because I was taught it. So I think people do have to kind of question. I think that's what happens to our kids. You raise your kids in the way that they should go, as the Bible says. You raise them with Christian beliefs, but they will go out and they will go into the world and they will experience other things. And it's up to them then whether they stay in that religion or if they stay a Christian. Everybody has to make that decision for themselves. Yeah, that's what I was saying, Chilled. The best way to get people to your religion is to live a good life. Is to have a good personal relationship yourself and to have something that other people want. Like I want that. Whatever it is you have, I want it. Instead of, it's very off-putting to have people trying to batter you over the head with it, especially if they don't live it. It's hard pill to swallow. Yes, Wendy, we accept each other. And that's what America was supposed to be. Going back to my original, that's what America was supposed to be. America is not a religion. America is not Christian. I'm sorry. It may be that we have a majority that were Christian. We probably still have a majority that are Christian, just not the conservative Christian of old. And so things are changing. There's a flood story creations. Baby, okay, so you okay, I wanted to say that to you. That's a very interesting. So yes, I was watching this I like to watch documentaries. I used to. And I was watching one on what every it was about what every story needed. So like let me think of the right way to say this. The Greeks had their legends. Every trying to think of the right word, like country or group of people, they have their stories, and it had what every good story needed. There were like four things that every good story needs. Every good story needs, like, you need a villain, you need the hero, you need this. And how, if you look at things that way, every religion has like those aspects. Every religion that has stayed, that you have to have certain aspects in the storyline. So I can see why through the years religions kind of share stuff. Joseph Camp. Oh, okay. I haven't read that. I have a really good book that I read that was about different religions and cults, and it went through all the different, like how Christianity started and then how it was split between the two. There were two different denominations it split to, and then how it split into all these and what each denomination did. And it went through like the Moonies and just everything. So it went down all the way down to like cults and stuff that are around and what they believe in, how they were created, how their religion was created and stuff like that. Very interesting. I find religious beliefs very interesting and why people believe what they believe. I just don't like to live by other people's religious beliefs, but I find them very interesting. The documentaries. Okay, I'll have to look that up. I'll screenshot it real quick here. I'll screenshot it. There we go. So I can remember to look it up later, the name. I find religion very, very interesting. I've always have. Religion is interesting because honestly, I was thinking about that as a country. Religion was something we could always come together around in a way, right? Like religious values, religious beliefs. It was something that we could all come around to. There's a lot of things that were like that. That as a country, what do we share? We don't have a national religion. We don't have a national food. We don't. I mean, like it's kind of weird. America's a weird ass experiment. We're just a bunch of people, all different, coming together, wanting to unite. We're united, but we're very different. And so it's an interesting time right now. I think that we're living in where we've changed so much. Um, religiously. We used to be predominantly European. Um, we are now all different colors. We are all different everything. Um, we have women in the workforce. We have women in the political field now. We have women that are in charge where we didn't used to. So, but that's where I was going, Wendy. But in the end, we're all Americans, man. And so America is changing. It's just changing, and it's okay. I think it's okay. I think it'll be interesting to see where we end up. There's a little bit of a war right now over America, and what are our morals? What does America stand for? And I think that's what we're trying to all figure out. We're all one spirit, yeah. I wish we could all come together under that American. It's a melt. Yeah, we were a melting pot. That's our strength, but it's also our downfall, baby. I learned that from the People's Convoy. We went in there as a group, right? Oh, we're all gonna come together, right, for one thing. But if you got to stay together very long, the differences start to divide you. So it's hard to keep people together when they have their differences. So that's part of the experiment of our country, I think. And Joey, I never heard that. Don't let your ice cream melt while you're counting someone else's sprinkles. How is it a downfall? Because people fight over their differences. Sometimes differences can be, if we let them, they can pull us apart. Something about somebody else that you don't like, you find things that you don't like about each other. So sometimes it's hard to unite when you're different. People seem to unite over common shared causes, right? We come together and we unite over something that we have in common. And sometimes when we're together, we let our differences pull us apart. So I can see it both ways. I can see it as our greatest what did you call it? Strength, our greatest strength, but it can be a weakness at times if we let it. That's what I meant. Not that it is in itself a weakness. If you have two people that you want to separate, start picking on their differences. And that's how you get them apart. That's what I'm trying to get at. Our political system is in collapse. Our political system, I don't understand. I'll be honest. I've said that I don't understand it. We were talking about that earlier. The whole democracy, constitutional republic, and the fight between the two. When I think we were set up as a both. Well, that's what we talked about earlier. There's just a lot of freedom for thee, or rules for thee, but not for me, going on in this country. Universal. I don't want universal basic income. See, that's something we should all unite over. I think. Why don't we stop this fight between the right and the left and unite against the one world government? Let's unite as friggin' Americans and say we run our country the way we want to run. We may not know what we're doing, but we're going to run it the way we want to run it. I am so against one world government, and that is why I do not want people that I don't even know from another country ruling my country. It'd be nice. We could all come together. I don't want one world currency. No. You're the best thing to happen in this country. It's evolving. Yeah, baby, that's it. Our country is evolving. All of it is evolving. It's interesting. I don't understand it all, but I see how it's changing, and it seems like we've come to this big pivotal point in our country where all these really big issues are coming to a head because our country has changed and the rules have changed a lot. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm not. We're a baby country. We are baby. We are babies, aren't we? We're a little baby country. I hope we make it. I love this country so much. I am a proud American, and we seem to be forgetting and calling people anti-American just because they don't believe in the America we believe in. America, just because America changes doesn't mean that it's not America, or that just because someone doesn't want the America you want doesn't mean they're anti-American. They may still love this country. They just want it a little bit different, you know? They may see it a little differently than you do. It doesn't mean they hate this country. We get too caught up in this, oh, you're anti-American because you're Democrat or because you're this. No, 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 no. Oh, hell yeah, Sterling. I would never live tyranny. Who wants to live under tyranny? That's why we're here. We're Americans. We don't want to live under tyranny. Isolationism. No, we can't isolate. No, but I'm against the one world government shit. That's for sure. I didn't think the European, like I said, I don't know a lot about economics and all that, but I have a friend that lives over in England, and I was against all that at the beginning, the European Union stuff, because I saw how if you're one country, why would you want somebody from another country telling you what to do? It's kind of like we have that because with America, because we're so big, that we have people like people in the city. Even listen, people in the city don't want people in the country telling them what to do, and people in the country don't want people in the city telling them what to do, because the needs of people in the city are different than the needs of people in the country. So it's just one of those things. It's like, why would one country want another country telling them what to do? They're not living there. That they're not involved in that. It doesn't affect them. Revolving like other nations. Yeah, I agree, baby. I'm not a fake patriot. Yes, Max Flower. Exactly. I'm not the fake patriot. You're the fake patriot. Oh my god. Um, I've come to realize that I think there's a lot of people that I thought was like, you're anti-American. You don't love America. And I realized they do love America. They just don't maybe see it exactly the way I want it to be. But that doesn't mean that they don't love their country. Um, that's kind of a disingenuous thing to say, to just shut people up sometimes. Nathan, you would just leave me there to die, wouldn't you? Leave me to do all the fighting. But then your job is to take the enemy out before he gets me. Eddie, we agreed on two whole things, huh? Well, it's a good day then. It's a good day, my friend. Hey, I bet you we agree on more things than you would think. Um, it's just this is the subject of the day. I know we agree. I bet we agree on. Well, hopefully we agree on Cookie. Isn't? Aren't you the one that Cookie walloped? Did his little bitch slap too? I think that's who you are. I bet you've experienced the the love. That's the thing. I have had so many. As we've experienced all this, I have had people screaming at me with the love of God at the J6 vigil. That girl, I don't know who she was. They're putting signs in my face. They're surrounding me. They're screaming at me. La, la, la. And she's literally going under the God loves you. Accept God's love. God loves you. Really? That's God's love? I experienced God's love through how? I had people putting sirens at my ear, hurting me physically assaulting me with God's love, telling me God loves you. Apparently, see, that's the love I reject. That's not God's love. And that I reject that. That's not love, period. That's abusive love. I reject abusive love. And Cookie's one of those. I'll abuse you until you accept my love. Hmm. Oh, that was Eddie Block. Okay, whoops. I messed it up. Too bad. Okay, Eddie Hall. Sorry, I messed it up. See, I'm bad at names. I don't know, El. That's what I wonder too, because I really have no problem with anybody believing their own religious beliefs as long as they don't shove them on me. So I don't know why it's such an offense to people that I don't believe in whatever their religion is. I don't get it. If it's because you love and care for me, then don't abuse me in order to get me to accept your love because I don't see it as love. I don't see that as love. Yes, I did see that. That was glorious. It was kind of funny. You know what that reminded me of, Nathan? Like the fights of old. Oh, men fighting like women. Like this hitting the slap fights. The boy slap fights. That's what that whole thing reminded me of. About control. Yes, Wendy. I was talking to some ladies earlier, and I literally I had myself in tears. You guys, I had myself in tears because I know my song. My playlist has "God's Not Dead." Have you guys know that song? My God's not dead. He's surely alive. He's living on the inside, roaring like a lion. God's not dead. He's surely alive. You know that song? I remember. I went to concert, man. Newsboys. I went to the concert. Awesome. That song would get me every time. There's other songs that I know. Did you feel the mountains tremble? Did you hear the oceans roar? When the people rose to sing of Jesus Christ, the living one. And yes, we see how God you're moving. A mighty river through the nations, where young and old will come to Jesus. Swing wide, you heavenly gates. Prepare the way for the risen one. Open up the doors. Let the music play. Let the streets resound with singing. Songs that bring your hope, songs that bring your joy, dancers who dance upon his justice. Where are you? Where are you? You sing it at church. Where are you? Where are all you Christians that believe in the power of an almighty God? Why don't you live it? Where's your power? Where's your belief? If you want us to live it, you live it. Believe it. Believe it yourself. Where are all the Christians who truly believe in the power of God? If your God is so powerful, why don't you live it? Live in his power. I'm preaching at you today, Christians. Where's your power? Where's your joy? Where's your power? Where's your joy? If God is real, why do we not see the miracles today? Where is it? Where is it? Where's the power? Why don't you have the power of your God? And I'm going to tell you why you don't have it. If God's real, I'm going to tell you why you ain't got it. Because you don't believe it. If you believed it, you'd live it. You would be, I put it back to the Fifth Element, I think it was. If you know that movie with Bruce Willis, the savior of the day, she was a sieve. The power went through her and made miracles happen. It changed the world. That's what Christians are supposed to be. If you have a tap into unlimited power that created this earth, then why don't you use it? Why don't you live it? Take that power and let it flow through you, and you'll see your miracle, right? I would love it. Show me the power. Show me. I've been looking for it. Show me the power, man. But if you can't find it and you can't live it and you ain't got joy and you got no power and you're so fucking afraid that you can't leave your home or you can't speak up or you can't do this, then why should I listen to you? There's my little rant. Night, Christine. You don't know it. Hey, dude, man, like I feel, I remember how I felt when I sang those things. They're still on my playlist. Some of the music is very uplifting. I believe the best I can, and when I can't, I will ask for forgiveness and strength to do better. Yeah, the thing is for you to live it, right? That was my whole point. Live it, man. Live it. I understand people were weak and we have weaknesses, but live it, man. Really live it. The people who really live it get my ear. They get my ear. If they really live it and believe it, they at least get my ear. I at least listen, right? And if I see something in you, oh, wait, here we go. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine. I messed that up. Let it shine, let it shine. And let the joy of Jesus put a smile upon your face, a smile upon your face, a smile upon your face. And let the joy of Jesus put a smile upon your face. You see, I know my songs. I know, I know. I just could never find it. You are someplace. Did he that guy? Well, is it quite the posting? Well, to each his own. I said what I had to say. Uh, yeah, we live it. If you live by kindness and love. Okay, so um, I have known people who have made me want what they have. Back home, there was a guy when I was married, younger years, my husband and I, um, he wasn't a Christian and I was, but I was not practicing. I didn't go to church or anything. And there was a guy he worked with who he was a good man. He was good to his wife. His wife was a happy woman. Um, he was good to his kids. He was just a decent, good man. Okay. And he worked with my husband and he was a Christian man. And he would talk to my husband in passing about God and his beliefs. He would witness to him a little, but he became friends with him. And because of that, my husband started saying, I've been talking to this guy about God, and we would start conversations at home. And I finally said, maybe we should start going to church. And so we went to the church this man went to. And my husband ended up accepting Christ because of this man's witness, not because he took his Bible to work and tried to preach to him constantly. No, because he lived it through relationship. He did it the Jesus way, through relationship. and through just living a good Christian life himself, and having something that somebody needed. He was an example. My husband always was saying, he's a good man. He's got something. Actions speak louder than words. Yep. No, none of us are perfect. Nope. And that's what I say. People know that. People know that you fail. And the part about failing just is accepting that you fail. I did it wrong. I'm sorry. If you gotta say you're sorry and go on. But it's about living a truthful, honest life, and having something that people want to come. It's not about beating people over the head. Yeah, you should share. And I think that if you believe that the way to get to heaven, if you believe in heaven and hell, and you believe that other people that you love are going to hell, I believe that you have an obligation to share the good news of Jesus with them. You should. You should care that I'm going to hell. If you believe I'm going to hell, you should care that my soul is going to hell. Um, I will tell you, the quickest way to make me want to jump into hell is to start battering me over the head about how I have to become a Christian and how evil I am and all that. That's the quickest way to make me put the brakes on and not listen to you and want to actively be against you. So it's very turn-offish. And there's some people that don't realize that. I've tried to be friends with some people that are Christians that are like that are just like, they can't accept that I don't believe the same as them, and they can't even accept me the way I am at all. It's not about love at that point. It's about control. We all fail every day, Christine. I fail myself too. I have my own morals to live up to. I fail. I make mistakes every day too. We all are failing creatures. We do not live up to our own expectations, whether the expectations that we put on ourselves because of the God that we worship, or if it's just like me, I put them on myself. We do not live up to our own expectations. The trick is to forgive yourself and to just keep going on. Exactly, Shelley. It's the hypocrisy that gets me too. Well, if God is the only one that can judge us, then why are so many Christians trying to judge us? We all do judge each other. I judge people too. We judge each other, better for better or worse. We do form opinions on people. We make judgments about people, right? We make judgments about people based on what we see. You know what? And like I said, I really believe that. And I would be a little disappointed. I'd be a little insulted if somebody who was a Christian didn't at some point, like a Christian friend of mine or whatever, if they didn't at some point want to share the good news with me and want my soul to go to heaven, how sad that would be. When I was a Christian, I shared it with some people. My best friend, when I was going through some really hard times physically, I told her, I said, man, girl, if this is what hell's like, if this is even an inkling of what hell's like, you better get your soul right with God. So I've witnessed too. Oh yeah, Christine, that's the thing, is when people just can't even accept each other just because of something that they perceive as a very bad sin or something. Now, there are some things that you just don't want to be around. I don't want to be around pedophilia. I don't think pedophiles have any room around children because they're very likely to hurt them. Not because they did something wrong and we can just we have you're not forgiving them. No, because they still pose a threat. They are literally a threat to children. We all sin. Yep. If your right eye offend thee, pluck it out. No. There's good idea. Max Flower, things can always make sense. You know how you take it out of the Bible. There's a lot of sayings that people make up that, and I can't think of one off the top of my head, but you make up sayings about things, and it's like you're like, oh yeah, that applies to this situation or something. You're like, yeah, that makes sense. But then when you really pick it apart, it may not make sense everywhere. That's kind of Old Testament versus New Testament to me. That Old Testament stuff was in the Bible was God um in judgment of people. Like there was it was a judgment way. And then the New Testament was Jesus coming and showing he brought redemption and from sin, and so he was showing a new way of living. And that's why they have the Old and the New Testament, and there's people that get stuck in the old, there's people that get stuck in the new. So it's like when you take something out of the Old Testament, it's a different time frame from what people, it's confusing. Hi Zoe. Yes, being a Christian or not, and that's what we have found is that like being a Christian, a non-Christian, listen, we all have morals. We all believe that children should not be raped by grown people, grown adults, right? Can we all agreed on that? That was the beauty of what we all did with protesting against 1776 that brought us all together here, is that it brought people who are all different beliefs, um all different religions, um different politics, but we all believed it was wrong for pedophiles to live with kids. We could all agree on that one little thing. And then we found that we agree on more than that, didn't we? We found out, a lot of us found that out. And that maybe some of the people who wouldn't have I'll use myself as an example, people who wouldn't have given me a chance because they had me all labeled, found out that hey, she's not exactly as bad as we thought. We may not agree with her and everything, but we can still talk to her, or it hopefully that's what it did, because it did that for me. People that I thought, I was in the all Democrats bad. Not really, but like I was very politically driven with the party stuff too. And just this last 6 months experience for me has been very eye opening. You can't tell others who to like, what religion to believe, who to talk. Yes, it's freedom. Freedom. I like freedom. Freedom's not easy. Freedom's Everybody wants freedoms for themselves, but they don't want freedoms for the other people. Freedom, when you want freedom, true freedom means you give freedom to people you don't agree with. So, like I said with the parents, giving freedom, I'll let you choose. I'll let you choose. But if you don't choose the right way that I want you to choose, then I'll take the choice away. That's what most people think freedom is. They want freedom for them to be able to speak, but they don't want freedom for you to speak if you speak differently than them. J6 Vigil, prime example. Can't have any counter protesters. 1776, prime example. They want their voice. But if anybody else's voice dare to come up, we must drown it out. We must go, you put protective orders. We must weaponize the court system. We must shut them down at all costs. We'll blare over them. We won't let them speak. No, that freedom's for everybody. See, I have the freedom. If you stand up and you say something publicly like that, okay, you're out protesting. Know that if you have the freedom to speak, I have the freedom to speak back and tell you I don't like what you're saying. And then you have the freedom to speak back to me and tell me whatever you want to tell me, that you disagree with me, that I'm a piece of shit. You can say whatever you want back, and we both have the freedom to speak back and forth. It's when somebody decides that, well, you just don't have that freedom anymore to speak because I just don't like what you're saying. That's not freedom. That's a freedom thief, not a freedom fighter. There's a difference between a freedom a freedom thief and a freedom fighter. A true freedom fighter will fight for freedom for somebody they don't agree with. See, when I used to protest at my house, I really believed that we all had a First Amendment right. I believed it. And when people told me they were going to attack the sign on the people my neighbor's house that was in opposition to my signs. They didn't like what their sign said. I said, don't you do it. I'll turn you in. I'll hold you accountable. I will protect that sign that I don't agree with because they have every right to have it on their property. They have the right to have their speech. That's what's going on in our country on both sides. Not just right, not just left. Both sides want their voice, but they don't want anybody else's voice to be heard. And that's not right. We the people is not one group. We the people is all of us. And it's so my voice has the same importance as yours. Oh, okay, back here. I missed some. Oh, what was this? My son and I have COVID. It feels like you have a bad flu. Oh wow, Nathan, I'm sorry, dude. There's been a few other people I know that have gotten that. I think I'm not going to say her name because I don't remember if she put it out that it was actually COVID or not. But yeah, somebody else that I know that has been a supporter and stuff and been in the chats has had COVID and just really got hit hard this time. Really hit hard this time. Just trying to recover, needing like physical rehabilitation and everything. So I hope you guys are okay. Yes, by protecting other people's freedoms, you really do protect your own. Um, Thank you, Nathan. That's the perfect way of saying it. That's exactly what I believe. That if you protect other people's freedoms, you actually protect your own. You know how to get around rules, don't you? Hi, hot mess. How you doing? I saw you just for a second, split second last night on the chat over in Tilly's. Um I fell asleep, girl. Sorry. I try to keep up with everybody, but I it seems like you've been very, very busy. Trying to read through these. I have this open if anybody wants to come up here and talk with me. I can actually we can drop the link in the chat if anybody wants to come up here and talk about this subject. Oh, is Christine leaving? Somebody said goodbye to her, so can you see how it gets tiresome for me when working with people who constantly okay, yeah. L, here we go. But can you see how it gets tiresome for me when working with people who constantly judge me as a sinner and hellbound? Okay, so L, I'm gonna say this. Is that something that I'm and I don't I kind of got in on the conversation, so maybe I'm taking it out of context. But that was something that I preach this to everybody. Um, don't worry so much about whether people agree with how you live. That's something I think a lot of us have to get over. I'm not talking about you specifically or anything, okay? I'm saying like to the gay community, okay? Gay community. You will feel so much better when you really seriously do not care that other people disagree with your lifestyle. It is tiresome to be around people who treat you like a second class citizen because of any reason or like a not good enough. But when you truly can live your life whoever you are, not worrying about whether people agree with you, you will be happier. You will be a happier person. I've seen people who live their authentic lives. That I love these people. These people are always my heroes. Live their authentic life however they are and just really don't give a shit what other people think. That's my heroes. Those are the unicorns that I always try to Try to find. I see them walking with pride. People who stick out and they don't even know they stick out. Um, and the truth is, there's a lot of people I disagree with all the time. I think what people get tired of, if what you're referring to and what a lot of people are referring to, is they get tired of being told all the time how evil they are. They get tired of being made to feel that way instead of just, hey, we disagree, but I love you. Does that make sense? I hope so, because I think there will be a lot of people that will be a lot happier, a lot happier. I have seen, just for example, I've seen two kinds of trans people. Okay, just I'm gonna use this as an example. I have seen trans people who they just live. They live the way they are, and they're happy. They're out. They have careers. They have families. They have lives, and they just live them. They don't really give a shit about the people who are haters on them. And then I see people who have been trans that I've talked to, and they're so hurt and concerned over what other their family or other people think about them, that they live in it. They live in that every day. I used to live that way, and so it's not a good way to live. Um, Constantly trying to get approval from people you're never going to get approval from, and so I saw one group living happy and one group living unhappy. To me, the best thing that would happen is if everybody just let people live the way that they want to live and realize that we all are going to disagree. We're not going to think that the other person's doing things right. Nobody raises kids the right way, right? Your friends, you always disagree with them on how they raise their kids and stuff. It's just a matter of keeping it to yourself a little more. Whoops. It's more of not bashing people or being hateful towards people. I think if we could learn to live more loving, hmm, lovingly, and not make such a big deal about every little thing that we disagree with. Now, in their church, if they want to preach that being gay is wrong, right? No problem. If they want to preach it in their home, but when you're out in public and in the public square, that was the thing. Is when you're working with gay people or you're friends with gay people or whatever, is to just. It's not that you have to hide how you believe. It's just a matter of letting the other people believe the way they want to believe. A hot mess. I don't know whether it didn't even read the rest of your comment, and I already love the beginning. None of us have it figured out. None of us have it figured. I don't have it figured out. None of us do. We're just trying to do the best we can. And we don't need to be tearing down each other down. Yes. Or trying to control others' households. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. That's it. That's actually yes. As much as possible. Now, sometimes you have to stand up, right? You're an activist. I'm an activist. We have to stand up sometimes for things that we believe in, right? And I'm all for everybody doing that. There are times where you stand up for shit, and there's none wrong with that. As an activist, you are pushing your agenda. When I'm an activist, I push an agenda. When I'm out protesting, I push I make a sign, for God's sakes, and I want you to hear what I have to say about any given subject. When I'm being an activist, when I'm being a protester. But the truth is, that's on the streets. In reality, we got to figure this shit out together. Where we're all going to go with whatever situation we're talking about. Stand for something or fall for anything. Absolutely. Yep. Yep, you can push your views when you're an activist. Because I believe in activism and protesting, and I think we should try to make this country a better place, whatever we feel it is for it. So everybody should be out there trying to get their voice heard, right? At the same time, it shouldn't be at the expense of everybody else's voice. There's There's a time and place to push your agenda, to push your voice. And then there's a time to use your voice, to be able to listen, to use your ears too, your ears and your mouth together, to where you can hear what other people have to say, and you can have those needed conversations that's not just pushing your agenda. Yeah. I don't know you real well, Hot Mess Summer. But from what I've seen, you have different ways of doing things. Like me. You protest, you got your protesting part of your act. Okay, so you're an activist, but you've got your protesting part, and then you got your street work. There's the behind the scenes shit when you're not out there on the street protesting. You're actually living your activism. There's more to your activism than just being on the street with a sign. That's me, man. My activism is this right here, us having these fucking hard conversations. Going to city council meetings, going to county council meetings, doing all this school board meetings, all that is the activism. And you can't do that when you're just simply pushing one agenda on people and you're not willing to listen to people and have conversation. If you're just speaking and not listening, then you don't have anything figured out. Yep, that's the truth, girl. And that's the problem. You say protesting or in debate. That's the thing, girl. That's what I'm noticing on a lot of these chats is we have a lot of people who like to debate. Nobody wins really in a debate. A debate is not a conversation. Well, actually, a debate is. It's debate. Okay, that's the difference. Maybe I said that wrong. Debate is about winning or losing. It's about getting the other person and winning it. A conversation is not such. And some people don't know how to have conversations. If you noticed Jeff the other night, he doesn't know how to have a conversation. Conversation is not about, I got you. I got you. Wait. You said one, not two. Oh my God. Conversation is about being able to listen to what people are saying. You may not agree, but then you can speak it and talk it out with them. It's more effective. Debates have their places. I'm saying that there's all kinds and there's all different places for different things. Oh, we ain't going into how many genders there are right now. This is a different conversation. That's a totally different conversation from this one. See, now you're taking us on. We ain't going there, guys. Nope. I'm not going there. Y'all want to have that conversation down there, you can. I'm not getting into the whether gay is right, whether genders, how many genders there are, and all that shit. And for this conversation, what else we got in here? Oh, Annie. Hi, Annie. Conversation is also an equal exchange of energy. Yeah, people forget. Let me see. Hold on a second. Okay, I got enough to go back outside. Got enough juice. I'm going to actually leave you with Spike for a minute while I use the restroom. There you go, Spike. You keep everybody entertained. I just gotta pee real quick. There you go, buddy. I'm just gonna put this right here so there. Oh, you don't have to hold it. I'll get it figured out. There we go. Okay. Enjoy Spike, entertain. Control the chat, buddy. Control the chat. Oh, are you okay? It's okay. First out of here. Or no, never mind. I was gonna go get pop. I'm gonna go to town later.
You saved your jacket, right?
Yeah, my jacket. Oh, did you? Okay, thank you.
Talking about the black jacket,
Yes. Yeah. My damn keys were in the pocket.
Yeah, it's over here.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Now we can go outside. I'm still stuck on that conversation versus debate thing in my mind. That's still going in my brain, going conversation versus debate, conversation versus debate. Because the problem is we do need debates. Like, we need to be able to debate each other and have ideas go back and forth and all that. But so many people can hold on a second. Can he come out, or is she in the car? Okay. Come on, buddy. You want to come outside? Come on. There's just too many people who are wanting to debate all the time and do the gotcha. I gotcha. I gotcha, like Wizzy. Wizzy is a gotcha kind of guy. Wizzy doesn't know how to have a real conversation with somebody. He just wants to get you. He's gonna get you. He's gonna catch you. They're gonna catch you in something, and that's not how you have a conversation. I gotta tie my shoe. Okay. Man, why can't I tie my shoe? I find that the reason that most people will talk to me is because I'm not like that. I don't want to get you. I'm not here to catch you. I try to have real valid conversations with people, and I think people once they realize that you're not trying to get them, and you're not there to just argue, and that you really want to listen to them, and that you'll respond to them in a decent way. In a decent way, they'll be more willing to talk to you and to open up about what they really believe. I missed what you guys were saying. Hold on a second here. I'm gonna have to go back through chat. See, kitten gam. You talking about that? I love my eyebrow piercing. I actually had my nose pierced at one time. I'd love to get my nose piercing back in. I kind of wanted the little hoopy thing, but I had a little black jewel. It's people like that like you kind of. Oh, okay. You're just kidding. Okay, better be kidding. Spike said, "Live your own life." Were you talking to chat while I was busy? It's too windy to smoke out here. Smoke. You stay out here. I'll be right back. Smoke before I go out. I'm reading through the comments here. Give me a second. Yeah, hot mess. The debate has its place. Yeah, absolutely. And it's needed, but like, people don't really want to open up to you like one-on-one, like to talk to you if they feel like you're just going to get them. So yeah, there's always a time and place for everything. You handle yourself very well. You're very direct. Yeah, you've been very direct. Which I appreciate. There's nothing wrong with being direct. Being direct is actually very nice and and they got cars, big steaks. Ain't that the truth? We got them kicked out of there, and they grifted for a bunch of money to get cars and. Oh, the most positive thing that came out of it, hot mess, is that a lot of us came together and were able to talk because we came under one cause. Okay, so okay, you want me to tell you? Let me tell you how. You want to know how this changed us? How it brought us together? Let me tell you. Hot mess, you're a BLM supporter, right? I'm gonna assume that you've been in the streets for BLM. Is that right? Hot mess. Can you give me a thumbs up or thumbs down so I know I'm right? I thought that you were like BLM, right? Like, have you been out in the streets for that, right? Thumbs up, yeah. Kitten Cam said thumbs up, but I wanted to. You have? Okay. So I was one of those people who my first sign was Blue Lives Matter. I actually got out in the streets because BLM came to my street. And I've explained all that. So the people next door to me, like I refused. I've had people want me to put up BLM signs with on my property, and I wouldn't do it. So now I have actually stood next to and brought like at the J6 vigil when I was protesting. I stood and I read out the BLM sign for Nadine. And I've talked to a lot of people from BLM now that support BLM and stuff. And I have a whole new, I'm not saying that everything that I've ever thought is different, but I now have the ability to speak with people much easier and talk about these things because my views have changed, because I got the ability to speak to them through this, and I've changed through it. That's what I'm trying to say, is that now I have changed. And it's good. It's a good thing. Okay. Yeah, it's being able you understand everybody, it's the networking, it's getting us all together where we wouldn't have talked normally, or we would have opposed each other, and saying, wait, maybe we do have more in common, maybe we can start talking about these things and not be. See, for me it was all about the Marxism and stuff, so and different things like that. So see, I get different perspectives through talking to people that I may oppose when I'm out protesting, but then I talk to them behind the scenes and I get access to talking to people. And if you really will talk to people and not just try to cram your own shit down their throats, you really do, and have conversation, man, you can really, really grow and learn a lot. Yeah, baby. Baby, you were there, weren't you, when I read that letter that I got from that BLM supporter guy, that kid that used to protest against me every Saturday? He made me cry, man. He opened up my eyes, and I read it like so much later. So everything we do and say to people matters. When you reach out and when you take that risk to reach out to somebody and talk to them and have a real conversation with them, it really does make a difference later on. Thank you, Mess. It's been a journey, man. I tell you what. People wanted to put me in that damn box, and I probably put myself in there. But it's been such an experience being able to learn why. My thing is always, see, I'm a nosy person. I'll admit it. I'm nosy as hell. And I like to know why people do what they do. I just always want to know why are people doing what they're doing? Because I really believe that most people do not do things to be evil or to be mean or any of that shit. Where's put my juice? I believe people usually don't have bad intentions. Even when they do bad stuff, they don't mean to do it. They don't do it with bad intention. Most of the time. I truly believe that. So my thing is always trying to figure out, why do people believe what they believe? And why do they do the things they do? That, with my curious nature and my nosiness, makes for somebody who likes to listen to people. I like to know why people do what they do. And I don't have to believe you, like everything you believe, but it gives me, when I listen to somebody, but it gives me a perspective back. And it lets me know that it proves to me that a lot of the times they're not trying to hurt me or whatever. They're just doing something because of some reason they have. Is Doofus in here? Ah, Doofus! Hi, Doofus! Hey! I'm looking forward to being on there tonight. I was telling Echo I got to take a nap so I can stay up and keep up with Telly. Because Telly, like, I think he takes, I don't know if he takes naps, but he stays up late, and I'm not used to staying up late. Everybody, if you have not subscribed yet, American Doofus channel. Tonight, me and Telescope are going to be on. It's what, at 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So it'd be 9 o'clock here in Texas. Me and Telescope are both going to be on at the same time. I think he said, what, about 10:20, something like that. Sorry, I was reading. Yeah. So 10 o'clock. Yeah, let's see where that adventure takes us. I was reading Hot Mess Summer's thing. Oh, wait, I missed it. Oh, wait, where did I miss? Oh, here, it's down here. Okay. I was there when you read that letter. Oh, were you there? You got to read? Oh, yeah, that was a good one, wasn't it? Yes, open-minded. I've lived hot mess. I've tried to, and let's bring it back to what I was talking about. I've lived in that very narrow, my way or the highway kind of, it's the way I lived. I was raised in that, very rigid, where you're so afraid of other opinions that you can't even hear them. So afraid, like they were so afraid that we would hear things that we shouldn't hear, that you had to be sheltered from everything. Tunnel vision, yes. Like sheltering so far away from anything because we can't have it in ours. It was such a fear. And my way. And for me, I'm trying to figure this whole thing out. And I like to now I like to know. I guess a true seeker is a good analogy, because I'm trying to figure out what the fuck is really going on. I know what I think, but what is really going on? And so I try to get it from other people's perspectives. Keep your mind open to things you don't understand yet. About 10:20-ish. Thanks, Doofus. I'm so glad that I met Doofus. See, like, Doofus, you're one of my greatest joys out of all this. One of my greatest treasures. Because, like, being able to just be able to talk to Barry and have him as a friend. Barry has become a friend. I love Barry with all my heart. He's a sweetheart, and we're able to talk. And you know what? I don't think Barry and I have ever been mad at each other, got mad at each other over this stuff. I mean, we don't always agree on things. I take my cue a little bit from Barry. I've been watching Barry, and I like how he can have conversation with just about anybody. I got more letters for you guys. I got all kinds of letters. I get lots of hate mail, but I got some really cool letters. Thank you, baby. I'm trying to evolve. And that doesn't mean that I lose my core beliefs either. It doesn't mean that I start believing the way everybody else believes, or that I believe the way you believe, or whatever. It's just about being able to see things from being able to walk in someone else's shoes, being able to at least see things from their perspective. You don't always have to agree with their perspective, but you at least acknowledge it. And I think most of us just want to be heard. And baby, that was something that I think that you pointed out when I was reading that letter. It's about being able to see things from that view, that you appreciated that I was able to finally see it from that view. And it's like, yeah, I think if we at least start to see things from other people's shoes, so to say, we'll at least have more compassion for each other and more ability to work together and be kinder, maybe. I think, I know what it was. It was that you pointed out that I finally realized that what they were there for was freedom. They wanted their freedom. And I'm a freedom fighter. It really caught me. Remember, like my heart was just, I was crying. I remember it was about the freedom fighting, because that still sticks with me today. Is when I look at people, I think, you know what? They're all fighting for their freedoms. We're all shouting for our freedoms. It's like all the kids yelling to the mom and dad, "I want mine! I want mine! I want mine! I want mine!" And to me, I was like, man, we need to start looking at each other and saying, how can I help you get your freedoms? How can we all get our freedoms together and not take other people's freedoms away? We all are trying to raise our voices and get our freedom. It gave me a different perspective on it. It really did. The perspective that that's what we're all fighting for. We're all freedom fighters. It really, really affected me. Even today, it still affects me. Out of fear yeah. And baby, I think that's part of the fear that people have, is that they don't like it that I give people other voices. They're afraid that if I listen to people, that it's going to affect me to leave them or to be against them, and that's just not true. Just because I hear something or you tell me something doesn't mean I believe it automatically. It just means that I listen to it and I absorb it and I try to acknowledge it. So I've had some trouble with that. People give me a hard time because I give other people voices, or I listen to other people that they don't like or they don't agree with. And that's how you create echo chambers. That's how you create the problems, is not being able to listen to people that you disagree with at all. I don't want to get stuck in that. Yeah. Yep, like that. I just wish that our country would finally get to the place where we can decide what the new rules are. Because we're going to have new rules. Our country's going to have new rules. Come on now. It's changed. We've changed too much. We have women in power. we've had a black president. We have people of all different colors, all different genders. We have gay people involved. I mean, like, there's so much going on that has changed in our society. The rules are going to change a little bit. The rules actually are constantly evolving. I remember when at one time abortion was outlawed against the law, and then it became legal, and and now we're going state to state, and it's a never ending change. And I think society changes by the democracy of what the majority of the people want. That's what it should be, not what the little minority of really loud people want. Killed your lungs. It does okay for me. I keep it down low though. I keep it like at 20s now. Hi, Lynn. Good afternoon. No, some people don't want the change. Well, that's the thing. People are fighting. Some people are fighting for change, and some people are fighting against change because they don't want that change. So that's the thing. We're not all going to be happy. I'm good with that. I would rather have a country where we had decided what the rules are and we weren't at this upset level that we are now. Because we are at a new point again in our country where we're all fighting each other in the streets, and I don't like that. It seems like we are all at each other's throats, and we're forgetting to love each other as countrymen. No, we can't agree on what the change should be either. Yeah. So it'll work itself out. I don't know if we will actually have a civil war or what will happen, but I guess my new activism that I'm seeing, the way that I can best help my country is to change a little myself from being so much the protester into being somebody who tries to show what's really going on and provides a place where people can start having real conversations about it. That's what I see myself right now. That's why I've been changing my live streaming to, instead of being active participant in a protest, is to going and trying to live stream it and give a real view of what's going on, not Lori's view, a real view, and to get some real conversations going, and instead of just showing what's being shouted, getting to talk to some people from both sides. And it doesn't mean I agree with everybody that I talk to when I'm, sometimes it's hard to live stream stuff and not say something when you disagree with somebody or something that's being done. It's really hard, but you just have to have the self-control for it. But it's important because you have to control your own self so that if you want to be a live streamer for these things, you have to be able to let other people have their voices and try to give a real perspective. You have to shut down for a while. Overloaded. Yes. Yeah, you're finally recovering. That's what some of us have to take the time back and sit back and I have to do it. Sometimes I get so upset about something, or like everything crashes in at one time and I get really upset myself, and I have to take a break from social media or from activism or whatever it is. I have to go back and take some time for me and recover a little bit, and then I can go back out. We're not going to have a song. I don't know. I wasn't there in the 60s. I was born in 71, baby. Just growing pains. That could be. You might be right. I don't know. I said I have no idea. But there's a lot going on. There's a lot of stuff hitting all at once. It's not just like the war. It's like there's so much hitting right now, and it's like such a big fight. Yeah, you don't want to be on sides. I keep saying that too. I don't want to be on a side. Stop making me choose a side. It feels like everybody wants you to choose a side. It's like you're either with us or you're against us. You're with us or you're against us. And I'm like, well, I'm with you, kinda. Like, I agree with some of what you say, but I don't agree with all of it. No, you must agree with me all the way. No, I must not. But no, I must not. You can't make me. When people start forcing me to take a side, I just go, you can't make me. It is lonely. It is. I'll tell you what, I get shit from everybody. No matter what I say or who I talk to, I get shit from somebody. But it's like, fuck, stop. I'm not against you. I just am so sick of all the fucking fighting over. A lot of times it's over nonsense. I just want to put my fight. I only got so much fight in me, guys, and I tend to put the fight where I want it to go. My fight goes where I want it to go, and it's going to go against the things that I think are necessary to fight against. You have to, yeah, you got to take care. Vaughn, yes, I was thinking of you just now. I was thinking, man, you get beat up. I wanted to say that to you. I thought you weren't here anymore. Girl, please take care of yourself, hon. Take care of yourself, please. You're getting beat up. Everybody's getting beat up. We all need to just sometimes go back and take time for ourselves. I got to go back and read your text. Yeah, I've been live streaming, sweetie. I haven't had a chance to read it yet. I love you. I just want to let you know I do. I love you, man. And I got you back, and I want you to take some time. I want all of everybody. If it gets overwhelming, take time away. Don't let yourself get involved in these little things. I'm taking care. It's okay. Okay. I love you. All of us get our little times, and we all got to support each other through those times. I know I have lots of chats with Jay Met behind the scenes too, man. When we're all like, we just support each other and help each other through it. That's the blessing of all of this, is that I met you ladies, man, and you're all about crazy Cougar Squad, but the Cougar Squad is here, and us Cougar Squad, man, we're all different little unicorns in that Cougar Squad, but man, we're there for each other. You guys have no idea. There's people in back chats now. There's people in group text. There's some of us that just get a hold of each other. We've met each other, and we're here for each other. It's a beautiful thing. What did she say? You hear that? You hear that? Did you hear that? There are steers out here. There's steers out here. Oh, seriously, Vaughn. Oh my God, take care. No shit. See, there's cows out there. Oh, he says, oh. There's sometimes they make the weirdest sound. It goes, oh, I thought it was a car horn. The first time when they laugh at me out here in Texas. These guys are all laughing at me. But I was sitting in the house, or I sit out here and I hear and it sounded like those old car horns. And I kept looking around for the old cars out here. I'm like, where is that old car at that they keep? Where's this horn? It was a cow. It was a cow or a steer, whatever. I don't have to share the wind with you. It is very windy out here. Cougar Squad, just remember, people are actively trying to divide y'all. Don't let them. I can see those actors in chat to do that to you guys. Me too, baby. That's why I try to be so chill. I try not to let anybody really piss me off because I know that people are actively trying to get all of us to fight. And even when we disagree with stuff, they get off on it. They get off on us fighting or disagreeing. They try to cause division. And the truth is if you're that easily divided, don't let yourself be divided. Don't let people cause that division, and I try very hard not to, because I'm not going to sit and fuss and fight publicly. I keep saying that I'm not going to fuss and fight publicly with people that I should be working with. Look at it. See, it's not me making that noise, guys. Not you making the noise, is it? Spike wants to know what it is. What is it, Spike? What is that, huh? You want to go check it out? Go check it out. There's some steers over there. They do sound strange. They're talking back to me. They do. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, baby, they are. Actually, I think I'm going to get a job. Because I'm out here and I'm not traveling right now. So I'm going to go ahead and just I actually was checking around about doing some flower delivery or something during Valentine's Day, because I used to deliver flowers and work at a flower shop. My favorite job ever would be working at a flower shop. I love flowers, guys. I just love the smell of flowers. I just love flowers. They're beautiful. So I like delivering flowers. People are always happy when you deliver flowers. As you can imagine, I'm a little charismatic, and so I always try to make it a nice experience when you got your flowers. So that's a job that I really enjoyed. But I was looking around, actually, but most people around here, the floral shops, already have set it up. So I'll probably just put my name out there in case they need some help. But I also, there's other stuff I can do. But I've been thinking about doing a job, just like a part-time job or something to make some money while I'm in this community, and so I can afford for my next adventure. I have a blacksmith. I know. Well, I am not staying out, gonna be staying here. This is my home. So, Echo's mom passed, so I don't even know if he'll be staying in this. I don't know what's going to happen. So I'm not putting down big, huge roots, but so it'll be interesting to see where we end up. While he was having to take care of his mom, we were kind of tied to this area and this place right here, but yeah. Well, you saw it, Hot Mess. You saw it, how they try to get everybody fighting. I remember when I first went on to you, I saw you on Barry, I think, on Doofus, and I went over to your channel, and I was in the chat, and I was trying to talk to you or whatever, and the next thing I knew, man, there were people from that 76 just in there, just harassing me and trying to cause trouble in your chat. And then every time I would come back, man, those people, it would just cause this big uproar. It would destroy whatever you were trying to say in your, whatever you were trying to talk about. I just got to where I didn't even want to get in there with my name because I was afraid of causing drama and stuff. Now you know how to I should not have worried, because you do know how to handle your chats, but you see what I'm talking about. These people come in and they were just trying to even cause drama with you, and you're not even a part of any of that shit. You simply Somebody that we went over to, we felt comfortable talking to, some of us. A critter came over there. Oh, yeah, Lynn, I didn't even think about the grocery stores. Yeah. See, I can get a part-time job. I could always deliver food. There's all kinds of shit I can do part-time. Hell, I could work at a McDonald's if I needed to. I just want to get some money, make a little bit of money while I'm waiting for my divorce stuff to be final so that I can afford stuff. I have to live. And since I'm not really traveling right now, it would be a good time to I don't have a lot of activism to do right now. So it would be good to just get a little part-time job for a little bit. So I'm going to go and probably look tomorrow. Yeah, I just refuse to fight and fuss over stupid shit in public, especially with people that I should be working with, you know? I refuse to play into the drama, unnecessary drama. Drama's okay if it's a purpose. Sometimes there's a purpose to drama, you know? Like you watch it because it's drama when you're protesting and stuff, but there's unnecessary drama. You handled it, girl. That's what I said. I should not have even should not have felt bad probably, but I see very very clearly how that you know how to handle yourself very well, so I have no problems with that. Oh yeah, garden centers. Oh, that actually wouldn't be too bad to work at, Annie, like a Lowe's or a farm supply store. That would be kind of fun. I thought about delivering food, even like what is that called? DoorDash. I'm signed up for DoorDash. I could do DoorDash anytime I wanted to and make some money. Um, I would not live stream myself door dashing all over because I'm not stupid. Ah, that's all I'm about, huh? Is drama. You can tell this is just this is a drama every fucking second, huh? The Home Depot, yeah, she was Annie. Well, you're talking to me, hot mess. We probably would have been on opposite sides of the street, is what I was trying to say earlier. We probably have been on opposite sides of the street on things, right? But yet here we are talking. So, and here I am coming in your chat. You come in my chat. So there you go. And Doofus is the great catalyst, isn't he? Doofus is where a lot of us have met. I love Doofus. Oh, thank you, hot mess. I have a horrible memory, girl. You have something that really struck me is how you tell people. My mind doesn't. My mind doesn't quite think right, like the same as yours. That's I've heard you say stuff like that. My mind doesn't think the same as yours. Mine's the same way. I've gone through some different things, and my mind is just friggin' so forgetful. I'm very very forgetful, and I have trouble with remembering names. I have trouble remembering certain things. I have trouble getting certain words out sometimes. Um, it's it's a hassle, and I've learned to just embrace it, or not embrace it, but acknowledge it, and just kind of get like let people know, hey, that's just me. I'm sorry. I try my best, but I'm not gonna be embarrassed by it. You know, it's just the way it is, and just bear with me kind of thing. So I appreciated that the way you stood in it and just let people know, and it really made a difference to me. It helped me to be able to stand with the way I am too, because it is embarrassing sometimes to not to be in the middle of a thought and all of a sudden you can't remember what the fuck you were saying. I mean, not even a little bit. It don't come back. I've been doing that before, and it's just something I struggle with myself sometimes. He is awesome. Oh, drama with a purpose? Hell yeah. Yeah, content, man. Baby, that girl. I'm going back to Lori's old school. This is Lori old school right here. This is the Lori protester of old. Okay, before this is pre 1776. Lori, the protester. This is me. This is how I defeated my enemies back home. Okay, the haters back home. I just fucking ignored them for the most part, and when I couldn't ignore them, I just laughed about them and made fun of them because why? Why play into that? I'm not going to play into the hate. I won't. I refuse. I refuse to play into the hate and the total drama. Yeah, it's not, and it's not about sweeping it under the rug, kind of ignoring it, like, oh, we just won't talk about it and it doesn't exist. It's that, you know what? I won't play the game. I won't play the drama game. I know that game. I know the game. Anybody who's a troll knows the game, right? I know you trolls out there know the game. You go in and you try to cause drama, whatever, you get people. I get it. I get it. I've gone places and tried to get people to do, you pick at this, or, ooh, that'll really get them triggered, But the trick is you got to know not to play into that game yourself, too. Oh, wow. Oh, Christine, I'm sorry over the lack of acceptance. That's horrible. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry that happened. Still have good conversations and debates. Yep. That's kind of what I was talking about earlier, Christine, is about that tough place to learn. I had to learn it, man, and it's tough for a lot of people. And I tried to commit suicide, and it was over not being accepted by my family and the trauma that causes. And I've seen people who they live in that they live and traumatize themselves because they just can't get past that people who were supposed to love them and accept them don't. And it's hard. But once you can get past that, you can live your full life. It's sad that some people don't get past it. Some people don't get past it. And that's why a lot of people fight for acceptance. You're an ally mom? Okay, good. If your mom can't accept you, oh, that's, baby, you're going to make me cry again. Damn it. Everybody needs everybody needs acceptance. Okay. The trick is to find it where you can, and to know that not everybody will accept you. And it's sad when your own family doesn't accept you. That's what I'm talking about even here. It's sad that our own country doesn't accept us. I don't have to be what you say I have to be in order to be an American. I can be gay. I can be straight. I can be white. I can be black. I can be tan. I can be brown. I can be red. I can be woman. I can be man. I can be gender fluid. I can be what's the other? I got to think of all the names here. I can be all of those things and still be American. I want to be American. America is all of us, guys. America is all of us. That's the beauty of America. This little tiny thing that I said was so beautiful, that we're all talking and stuff and able to talk to each other, is exactly what America's supposed to be. We're just creating it in a smaller arena. And my thing is to create it. We should all create all these small little Americas that we want, these little small arenas, and just make it bigger and grow. So the whole America is this. Yeah, she is good at discussing things. Yeah. Non-binary. Thank you, baby. Non-binary. It's whatever you are. You are American, which means you are my countryman, which means I love you. You're my countryman and I love you, whoever you are. Even if you disagree with me and you don't like me, you're still my fellow countryman and you still have the same voice as I do. Now, my voice may fight with your voice, My voice may fight with your voice because I want my country the way I want it too, right? The way I see it. But I'm good with whatever the majority of all of us agree on. The differences are what make us cool. Can you imagine? See, Lynn, honestly, that was always what I thought would be so boring about heaven. If it's all good all the time, if it's all just wonderfulness and everybody's just the same, and it doesn't sound very exciting. It sounds kind of boring. I get really bored, like I said about my own channel here. When it became an echo chamber, I got bored. I don't want to hear the same shit all the time. I don't want to hear the same shit all the time. I don't want to hear people telling me, "Oh, Lori, yep, you're right. I agree with you, Lori." That just makes me go, well, there's something wrong here. If everybody's agreeing with me, there's something wrong with my channel. Yep, zero. Oh, I've seen them doing it to you, mess. I've seen people from the 76 stuff trying to get you into this drama by even going after you personally. I have seen 76ers go after Hot Mess Summer personally, trying to get the people that she has already attacking her. They've been trying to get those people and help them stalk her. 76ers are trying to help the people who are hurting and stalking Hot Mess Summer. They're literally inserting themselves into her business just because she has deigned to talk to us. And this is craziness. It's drama. Unnecessary drama. The best thing I ever did, you guys, I used to crave the acceptance of my family. I used to crave the acceptance of my family. And the fact that even though my dad had tried to molest me, and he was so horrible about coming against me with that. Let me put it that way. Coming against me and saying what a liar I was and stuff. He was horrible, mean, hateful. And I still wanted my daddy's approval, and I wanted my daddy's acceptance. I wanted that idea that I had in my mind of how a dad should love his daughter. And it was hard to get over because we all, I'm still a little girl inside, and I want my daddy. But it almost killed me, and I had to realize that I cannot force people to accept me or to love me or to treat me the way that I deserve to be treated. What I can do is surround myself with people who treat me the way that I require them to treat me. I now require people to treat me properly, or I can leave you. I no longer need you to approve, anybody, to approve of my behavior. I have to approve of me. I don't need you to approve of me. Now, it does hurt me when I care about somebody. It hurts me when they don't approve of me, and they are like, "Oh, you did something wrong." Blah, blah. It does hurt me because I care about what people that I love. I care about how they feel about me, but I do not require their approval to love myself and to keep going. So that's the difference that I'm trying to get a hold of here. Bye, baby. Have good dinner. And me either, Lynn. It's not in my nature either. I always said if I had an Indian name, it would be, "Don't tell me what to do." That's my Indian name. Don't tell me what to do. Exactly. You're not on a side. I know that. You never were. You weren't even a part of all this shit. What, buddy? I was alone. No one cared or understood. That's why it's so important to have family, good family. And you don't have to have family that you were born with. If you weren't born with good family, go make yourself a good family. And I don't mean a convoy family, like fake family. I mean, like, make that family. I have older women in my life that are older than me that now I can go to instead of my mother. I don't have a mom to go to. So, guess what? When I need something motherly advice, I have women I can go to who are older than me that I trust, that I know love me like a daughter, like they would their daughter. They care for me. They have my best interest at heart. It's just, you make your family. I have friends. I have a best friend that we're together come hell or high water. We're ride or die, and her family has become my family. You can make family, man. Condense that Indian name too. Yeah. I gotta get me a good little Indian name. Don't tell me what to do. It's gotta have that fuck word in there. Don't tell me what the fuck to do. Oh, I know you're on a side, Max Flower. That's okay. It's okay to be on a side. It's just some of us are with the issues, a lot of the issues. I can agree with some people, like one side, like take the abortion issue. I am not an abolitionist, and I can't agree with that. I do not believe in any abortion anytime for anyone for any reason. At any time, all the way up to birth. I'm not good with that either. And that seems to be the two, like we get thrown, Liz, we got to have one side or the other side. And if you dare to just even try to talk about it to any other extent, no, you join me or you are against me. And it's like, whoa, 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 I'm not against you. Dude, I'm trying to figure this out. And I maybe have different views somewhere in the middle. I don't know. That's where I'm coming from, like with that. Like, don't make me choose a side. Believe me, the right wants me to choose their side really strongly. The left wants me to join their side. It's like, guys, I can agree with some of both. I don't want to be put into a party or into a side on that. Yeah, I get what you're saying. Not this. I pissed a lot of people off today on Facebook, and it was for this title of this live stream. It was Proud American. Proud American. I'm a proud American. But then I put in that no God required. People been ignoring me on Facebook, which is my conservative follower base from pre the People's Convoy protesting stuff. That's the people who were attracted to me on my page there because I was saying the things that they wanted to hear. But now I put in one little thing, one little post. Nobody responds to any of my shit, right? I put a post up and in an hour I had 31 comments. Within 3 hours, I had 81 comments. I don't know where it's at now. I stopped even looking at it for the moment because I'm doing this. But it made me realize I spoke out. Man, everybody was attacking me. People that I know, even, like, whoa. So that's why I did this live, because I think that it's an important thing to talk about. Obviously, I upset people by saying that I didn't need to have God in order to love my country. And therein lies my problem, my dilemma. This country's not Christian. It's not any religion. America's not a religion. It needed to be said. It needed to be said. I needed to say it out loud. I needed y'all to hear it. 106 comments now? Yeah, see, they're going to town on me. And it's almost all negative against me. I just believe America will be here with or without the Christian God of the Bible. And I don't think that's a requirement for this country, is that we have to be Christian in order to be moral. Why do we have to be Christian to be moral? I feel like I'm a pretty moral person. Family became the people that you met, right, Annie? Absolutely, girl. That's me. That's me. I don't have family anymore. Family. The normal family. My family is what I make it. And my family is my boyfriend, my best friend. I just lost Mom Kathy, which was my best friend's mom. Her family is my family. Her sister and stuff, that's my family. Um, I have good friends. I've made my family. I have older women that I have made relationships with that now they can take that motherly role with me that I need, because I'm 51 years old and I still need a mom. I still need advice, from an older woman. More of a middle chick than a side chick. I'm not a chick at all. I'm no chicken. Yes, no boxes. I did a whole thing on labels. I don't like labels very much. Labels, we need labels because labels are what determine, it's how you identify things. It would be how you identify things. I would say, okay, so like with these guys here, I'd say the white dog, the big dog, um, the pit bull, I identify them, right? I identify these so that you know which one I'm talking about. If there's two dogs, I have to identify the dog. And so you need a label to identify. I do not like labels though when we try to stick them on people and put them in that label box. Put them in a box and put that label on them so that we can discount them, because people are more than one label. That's like putting on, hi, my name is Lori Arnold. The little tags that you had, the little label tags, so that people would know who you were when you were walking around at a seminar or something. I need like a bajillion labels, right? Like I would have labels all over me. I couldn't put one word on me. What am I? American. That's a label that fits, but there's so many labels. Oh, Troy hit it on the head. Troy hit it on the head. If people can't learn to accept each other's differences, learn from each other, and stand together, big government will win. Troy, I'm curious. I think you and I actually do agree on a lot of stuff. I've seen in chats. We keep hearing about unite. Unite. We got to unite. Put your differences aside and unite. Put your differences aside and unite. And that we're causing dissent because we won't unite with pedophiles, and we won't unite with this, and we won't unite with that. And I think what you and and tell me if I'm wrong, I think what you and I are talking about is a bigger uniting, not a uniting of the right or the uniting of the left, but a literal uniting of the people of the United States, we the people, learning to put aside the differences that we are right now putting such focus on and realizing what's going on with our government and getting real about going together and making the changes with that government and not letting them have us fighting each other instead of them. Am I right, Troy? Am I right? Does that sum it up a little close to what we both could agree on? Fats, Troy. You calling Troy fat? You trying to body shame Troy down there, huh? Damn spell check is trying to body shame you, Troy. Don't let him. Don't let spell check body shame you. You love yourself. Yeah, it does, dude. It does start, doesn't it? It starts little. It starts local. It starts with you making you a good person and treating people the way you want them to be treated. Dude, I'm with you. I think Troy and I would love to talk with you sometime. Troy, I think that I've liked just seeing you in chats and stuff, so I would love to talk to you sometime. Exactly, Lynn. Exactly, Lynn. You may not like gay people, but you have no right to restrict them. That's absolutely right. If they want to get married, they get to get married, whether you like it or not. Whether you like it or not. What, buddy? He's over here. He's like, I've had enough. I want to get petted. I want to get petted, Lori. Yeah, yeah, it does. It does, Troy. And that's what I've been trying to say is that we've got to all get to where we can talk. Troy, I think I'm right. I'm wrong sometimes, but Troy, weren't you or are you a mod for Wizzy? I thought you were. I could be wrong, but that's been my assumption. Let me just say that you were a mod for Wizzy. Now, knowing that, I can't stand Wizzy. I think Wizzy's a piece of shit who can't have conversations. And when I first saw you coming over, and talking, I thought, I'm going to give Troy a chance. I'm going to talk to Troy. Let's find out who Troy is versus just labeling you and telling you, no, I'm not going to talk to you, And I'm glad that I did. See, it has, I've seen you all around. I see you even when you don't know I'm seeing you in chats. And I really appreciate that I've gotten to talk to you in chats and stuff. And I like what you say. You seem like a really nice person. I don't know. So that's just one of those things, being able to talk to people, right? And figuring people out individually without labeling them or good. I'm glad it didn't. I thought that was who you were. Okay. Even with this whole thing with 76, okay, I tried to, it's hard for me to get into that, to all 76ers bad, all pedo supporters, when in reality, I have to admit that no, not everybody was 1776 that supports them. There's some people that are misguided in there, guys. There's people who have been lied to. Do I think the majority of them? Yes. But I have to open my mind to be at least give people the chance to have conversation with them to find out what and who they are, right? We all have to do that. And it does. You're right, Troy. It starts little. It starts every day with you. It starts with you every day. Each one of us making this country what we want it to be. And that's how we do it. We do it in our everyday lives. You do it where you live. You don't have to be out protesting. You do it by going to your city council meetings and talking with your representatives. You do it by talking to people, period, and accepting and living the life the way you want your country to be and the way you want people to treat you. You fay some fish. You're faying fish. How do we fay fish? Is that some kind of weird sushi? I had sushi the other day. I finally got my sushi. Mm. I finally got some sushi. I took Echo out for sushi. I got us some sushi, and I tried it, guys. I'm not a sushi fan. You got catfish, okay? Oh, that sounds really good. I am not a sushi fan. I tried. I tried to eat it. I got a rainbow roll, and it said it had 4 different kinds of fish on it, and I can't do it. I can't do the raw fish thing. I can't do the raw fish thing. I've tried it. Like, I could do a little bit of sushi, but I can't do just like sushi as a meal, or I don't like it that much. I'm trying to like it, but oh, I know. Spell check gets me all the time. People are always thinking that I misspell shit and stuff, and it's not. It's fucking spell check. Hopefully you're frying that up. Oysters, yeah. Ugh. I like fried oyster. I did try a fried oyster once that I like, but I try it. I'm a foodie, so I'll try anything once. Almost anything, I should say. Almost anything. um, it was really sad because, like, when I was married and my husband, he got to go to Japan on a business trip, and where they were trying to like impress them and stuff, and they got to like go to like Japan. That is a place where you can get all kinds of really cool foodie experiences. I think he ate meat and rice probably the whole time he was there. Never tried anything really cool. I would try snake. Yes, I would try snake. I've had frog legs. I've had raw octopus. Snails. I've tried to eat snails. They were not very good. It was on a cruise. I've tried all kinds of food. I would try bugs probably. I don't know. That's right. You and Wizzy is one example. Y'all both care, believe in our country, believe in truths and freedoms, but feelings tend to get in the way of finding common ground, in your opinion. Troy, that could be true, dude. I don't know. I only see Wizzy for what I see. I see how he's antagonistic, and he's the gotcha guy. I've never seen him where he literally could have a conversation with me without the trying to, what's the right word? Not antagonistic, condescending. You know, when you talk to somebody who talks to you just like condescending, like you're just a stupid dumbass. That's the vibe and the overpowering stuff that you get. I can be that way, and I can be very feeling, and I know what you're saying because I get that way when I get into my feelings. I could give the benefit of the doubt to where I could. He would have to prove it. I would be willing, but Wizzy would have to prove it, man. I don't trust somebody when they're screaming at me and then they say I want to have a conversation off camera. Hell the fuck no, you don't. That trust gets broken real quick. So, but I have to be open to the fact that there's more behind a lot of the people than what I have seen. That maybe you see something different. I just haven't seen that. But either way, like I said, it's about being able to talk to people. No, there's some people I don't even want to talk to. When you start talking about raping people's kids, people's moms, eating people's cats, just stupid crap like that, I got nothing for you, man. I don't even want to talk to you. You're not worth my time. not worth my time. Yes, the honk Tifa. I'm telling you, Triggered Wizzy is fucking hilarious. Wizzy needs to learn how not to play into the game. If he's going to play the game, he does need to learn how to play it correctly. If he's going to play the drama game, he needs to learn how not to get so excited. Limp bits. I would like to try that. Oh, she's Korean? Oh, I'd love to have. We found a really good Korean restaurant. Oh my god, I just love all kinds of. I'd like to experience different. I like to experience different cultures through their food. Different cultures have different food. Different areas, even in the United States, different areas have different foods. You go to Texas, then you go to like Tennessee and all different states. We've been around, and you try the barbecue. Baked beans. As we traveled on the People's Convoy, people would like to make us baked beans, right? Everywhere you went, there was different ways of baked beans, different beans in there, different things in there. It's a cool experience. I like to experience the world through food. Yeah, you did. Yeah, I mentioned him first. Common ground is almost always a possibility. There's some things, dude, I will admit I am dug in on. For me, pedophiles out. I got no room for pedophiles. So that's me, you see? So I will have no common ground with a pedophile unless that common ground is that they go away. I have no common ground with pedophiles. So there's some things I just won't accept. And I have every right to do that. I don't want to accept it. But yes, easier said than done, right? But what you were saying is very true. Is we have to always try to find that common ground as much as we can. You try everything once, girl. Yep. Oh, food is the way to try things. So like I've been to Puerto Rico a bunch of times, and the only time I really got to experience Puerto Rican food was when I went to someone's house. I actually had someone who was Puerto Rican cook for me. That was the experience. I wish I'd had the guts to try some of the food that was on the side of the roads that was made there, but that food poisoning thing just was kind of scaring me. On the side of the road food. I've tried Indian food. Some of it I like, but the spices isn't my thing. I met a man. I met a gentleman from Iraq. No, is that right? Iraq, Iran, Iraq. Way back when I was like, how old was I? 20, something like that. Anyway, I met this guy from Iraq, and the food, the combination of spices was not my thing. So there's some things I don't really prefer. Some of it, Caribbean food, I'd like to try. Um, I love Italian. I'd love to have some really good homemade Italian food. You know what I really like is soul food. I have never tried soul food. Oh, and I've been trying to find soul food, some really good soul food. Like I've never had collard greens. I don't know. I've just never had soul food. Yes, Anthony Bourdain. Yes. Yeah, I'm with you, hot mess. It's when somebody's really condescending. Uh, I've got no time. You can't have a conversation with someone who's very condescending to you, and that isn't genuine, or isn't genuinely interested in you. Yes, Lynn. Very different. Jambalaya? I have not had jambalaya. No. But I would love your greens. I just need to try some. I was in a girls' home in Louisiana. And while I was there, they made a crawfish boil. I've been wanting another crawfish boil. And they had a big old pot and they put corn on the cob, potatoes, crawfish in there, and they boiled it all up and with all their seasonings, and then they just threw it on the table, on the picnic table, and you made your plate. I learned how to eat a crawfish and stuff. Oh my God. Good. Echo made me some really good cornbread here, and it's from a mix. I can't remember what the name of it was, Bonnie Mill or something like that, but it's a cornbread mix, but he made it in the black what's those black Eddie, what did you make those that cornbread in? What kind of skillet was that?
Oh, cast iron.
Cast iron skillet, man. That was it Bonnie Mill?
What
the mix?
No, corn kits.
Yeah, the corn kit. What was the name of it though? Do you remember?
Morrissey, right?
Morrison.
Morrison.
Yeah, cast iron. Yep.
Yeah, cast iron.
Woo, that's some good cornbread. Mm-hmm. And then he fed me something that was some kind of peas. They were purple-eyed peas. Purple hulled peas. Say that fast. Say that fast 3 times. Purple hulled peas and ham hock soup. Woo, with some cornbread. Oh my God, that was good. That was really good. It reminded me of the navy bean soup with ham hocks that we made back home, just different peas or beans. Oh yeah, it is. I've never had cornbread made in a cast iron skillet. The man can cook. That man can cook, man. He can freaking cook like crazy. Yeah, I like to experience people's different ways of cooking. Take potato salad. How many ways are there to make potato salad? Everywhere you go, there's going to be a different way to make it. Some's hot, some's cold. Different kinds of potatoes. Some are more mayonnaise-y, some are vinegar. Some people use what is it? I got it in my mind. The pickles, dill. I use dill pickles and mustard. Some people use sweet. Is that right? Sweet pickles. Yeah, mustard. I use mustard. I put a whole bunch of. I use pickle juice. I use what kind of pickles were those now? Not sweet. God dang it! Now I forgot. See, that's where what my brain does to me. Okay, let's see. We got sweet pickles, dill pickles. I pour the juice in, and with the mayonnaise and all that, and then there's some kind of nature seasoning I like to put in there too. Yeah, kosher dills. Yeah, but like people make things different everywhere you go. Barbecue's different, baked beans, everything that people make, different kinds of food. And I think people express their love and their, I think that's how people express their love a lot of times is through food, and they express their community and stuff through their food. There's a pride in food a lot of times, and they like to share it with people. Everybody can agree on food, right? Like it's a place where we all come together is when we eat. So it's a good place to come together and get to know each other. Raisins. Oh my God. Yes, I can agree with that, Max Flower. Love languages through food. You can love me anytime, hot mess. Love me, love me, love me. Please love me. If you're going to feed me. Love me with food. Love me with food. I've never heard of that, Max Flower. Oh, that sounds good. I do like, okay, so how about stuffing? When you make your like Thanksgiving stuffing or whatever, a lot of people, I like sausage stuffing, which you don't make with like in the bird. just by itself. And you put sausage, and it has like the croutons, and it has raisins in it, both yellow and regular. I like just regular. I don't really like raisins, but the raisins in there with pecans and celery and onion, and you mix it all together with broth and stuff, and then you cook it, and the raisins help. It makes a really, really good dressing. I don't know the difference between, well, I guess it's a dressing. Stuffing would be what you put in the bird, I guess. Oh, Amazon Flex. Oh, yeah, maybe I should check into something like that. I would try it, Troy. I don't really remember what it tastes like. I had my first mother-in-law used to make oyster dressing for her husband, but I don't know if I ever ate it or not, honestly. So how are you cooking your catfish, Summer? Because catfish is good. I caught some catfish here. I need to catch some more catfish and cook up some cat. We should have a fish fry over here. I was actually thinking about making. Okay, I would actually try calf fries. Is that what they're called? Calf fries? I've been wanting to. I'm on cow ranches. There's a lot of ranchers around here. I've been thinking it would be really fun to get some of these ranchers to about castration time. Give me give me some balls and let me make some calf fries. My hair, look at my hair. Make some calf fries. I would try that. I think that would be fun to cook. From what I understand, this area is known for their calf fries. That used to be the thing. There's a pot out there that they used to make calf fries in here. So I've got the pot ready. I could probably do it in a walk. Well, I'm gonna get off here, guys. It's been fun talking to you, and I just had a lot on my mind today, and I wanted to get it out and get it talking with you guys and see what y'all thought and get some conversation. You're Troy. I was gonna invite you. Oh, dude. I was so inviting you over for cow fries or whatever they're called, calf fries. Mountain oysters, dude. I was gonna invite
Troy
you.
likes oysters, don't he? Troy likes oysters.
Troy, do you like oysters? Come on, you like oysters? They're mountain oysters, dude. Nope. He said nope. Okay, I gotta get some food too. I'm hungry. So I'll see y'all later. Have a great day, and I will see you later. Check it out, American Doofus channel tonight. I'll be on with Telescope, 10 Eastern Standard Time. That is 9 my Texas time. And we'll talk there. Peace out, guys. Be a happy cow.